Javon, and I found my apartment on Jumper. The apartment is
Lycoris.
All right, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm Charles Elroy, and tonight we are going to have Lycoris versus Limitless Bad Bunnies. Stay tuned for the game to begin as they are loading up into Pro Draft as we speak. My voice loves you too, don't worry. Thank you very much for the follow. Riven loves you. I'm an old man. I might be your dad. Thank you very much for the follow, The Real Fake. Look at this. You guys are all so sweet to me. And of course, I am a noob and had it muted the entire time. You saw my lips moving, but nothing was happening. How embarrassing for me. Thank you very much, kind of bored. I'm sure that you were kind of bored watching me just talk to myself. Anyways, I'm not going to run through everything, but my thanks did go out to Lycoris and Limitless Bad Bunnies for allowing me to stream and cast the game. I do appreciate that. Some quick notes on the bands. I am going to say Silas broken, Ziggs broken, Diana broken, so I'm glad to see a lot of those champs taken out. Zenzao really strong, Set super strong, great support and top laner. I haven't seen Vlad in meta a lot, but I do think he is really strong as well, especially if his execution, if whoever's playing him is able to do it well. There are some people that aren't as good on Vladimir, and he's not as strong then. So I do want to see how this gets utilized. Nocturne, also really great, and Vayne is phenomenal. I like the Rel pick. So far, these teams are shaping up well. I like that we're getting a little bit of back and forth with the picks and everything. We've got ADCs, supports, junglers, possibly top laners, mid laners, a little bit of everything thrown in here. We're going to see some more bans come through as Camille is going to get taken out of here. Can't believe I was muted that entire time. I am a boob. Lulu, good ban coming out of the side of Lycoris as Lulu pairs really well with the Vayne. Aurel, you're going to take out. She's been really strong in the British League. In the Brazilian CB League, she has a very low win rate, which is hilarious. And then we've got Seraphine coming in as the last ban. And so we're going to get on to the pick from Bad Bunnies for their R4 pick. And I'm just catching up because I take notes so I don't sound like an idiot when you guys can at least hear me. So they've got possibly a top support combo there. It looks like they are going to roll down the set over to support as they lock in Ornn. I think Ornn is a great champion, wonderful engage. Also, after level 13, the amount of quote-unquote gold that he influxes into his team with the upgraded abilities can really make a difference. So I like Ornn in the lane. We're going to get over to Lycoris as they lock in their B4, B5 picks here for the second half of this phase. Let's see what they opt to roll with. The Volley Bear. The Aatrox. Okay, I like the Aatrox. I think the Aatrox has a great presence on the map. I won't lie, I do like the Volley Bear a little bit more. That's just me personally. And I expect to see their ADC picked here unless they're doing something really wonky. So they got 10 more seconds. We'll see what they decide to lock in with the Rel. Wouldn't be surprised if we see... Hey, I'm down with it. You know what? Syndra ADC is relatively strong. I've seen it played before. I'm assuming that's where that's going. I'm open to being wrong there, but I'm almost positive that's what we're going to see here. So I think that's a very strong pick. I think it can be busted, and I'm excited for it. They've got enough AD on the team to make up for it. Vladimir's going to... I like what I'm seeing here. I do think that they lack a little bit of the tankiness that they're going to want. Obviously, Vladimir will have that scale out a little bit, and Aatrox is a bit of a bruiser, but I do wish they had a little bit more front to back like the Bad Bunnies. And we're going to see Corki locked in on the side of Bad Bunnies. So, we've got quite a little matchup here. We'll go ahead and go over those in just a moment. There we go. So yeah, what I imagine we're going to see here is Ornn into Aatrox, Zenzao into Nocturne, Vladimir into Corki, and then we'll have Cinderella into Vayne Set. I like the team setups. I think there's a lot more... I don't know. I really do kind of like this. They're going to go ahead and get into the client draft now, so we'll swap over to that here in a minute once they've locked everything in. For now, let's speculate a little bit. If you're watching the draft with me, feel free to chat on where you think everybody's going. There are some flex picks here. I think we're all pretty sure what's going on with Bad Bunnies, but I am a little interested to see what's going on with Lycoris. I do think... I'll say this. I think the side of Bad Bunnies has a great front-to-back team fight presence, right? You've got basically two ADCs. You've got Ornn and Set, both really strong frontliners, especially one able to get onto the back. If you can take somebody like Aatrox with you, you open up a hole to just go back and expose the back line for Vayne and Corki to start tearing up. You've got a solid engage from Ornn, pair that with a Nocturne or pair Set with a Nocturne, and you've got a lot of potential in there. So I do like what the side of Bad Bunny's doing. That being said, I love Syndra ADC. I've seen Syndra ADC played. It's absolutely busted if it's done well. I think Vladimir is a great champion. I think Rel is a wonderful support, and Xin Zhao can be amazing with his ganks and absolutely take things to the next level. So I think it's going to come down to if Lycoris can execute on their draft the way they want to, they have a really strong chance of winning it and snowballing out. That being said, if there's any faults in their gameplay, any links in their armor that aren't fully developed, they're going to give the game to Bad Bunnies. That's my opinion. Keep in mind, I'm trash, so I could be wrong. But I do expect to see this game get exciting. Like, look at the team comps that we've got here. We've got a Syndra ADC, we've got a Vladimir who's not really quote-unquote in meta, and then you've got more of a front-to-back team fight that you would see in the LCS. So I think it's a wonderful setup that we're going to get to see here. And they are starting to lock things in. Let's go ahead and tune in and see where everything gets to go. So we are going to see the Aatrox and the Ornn. It's going to be the Syndra mid. Now, they may flex that over and swap it. You know, not everything is locked in for sure. But typically the way they lock these in, that means we might get to see a Vlad ADC? What? If you're watching it, let me know what you guys think of the Vlad. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Vlad pick if it is going to be an ADC. I've seen Syndra more often run in the bot lane. With her Scatter the Weak, she has a lot of stun potential. With the pull from Set, it gives her a little bit better setup that way. But I've not seen a Vlad run ADC ever, let alone in a minute, ever. Quote me. So I do want to see, that would make it interesting. If I'm wrong, I would love to see that happen. So by all means, show me the light. I'm eagerly anticipating to see if this goes through or not. So that is a Vlad. I'm going to check the NA for... I'm very sleepy. And he is looking like he's normally a mid laner, so yeah, I think we're going to get to see the Vlad ADC here, folks. If you're watching the game, let me know in the chat. I'd love to hear your thoughts about the Vlad ADC. Have you guys seen this before? How functional do you think it's going to be? Do you think they can execute on it? And do you think it's a good pick into this other team? Just for review, we've got Lycoris over on the side of Aatrox, Xin Zhao, Syndra, Vladimir, and Rel for blue. And we have the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies over on the side of red with Ornn, Nocturne, Corki, Vayne, and Set. So we are going to get into the game here shortly. They are loading up. We will have a 3-minute delay for integrity purposes, just in case any one of them is watching. We don't want them to know exactly what's going on as far as that goes. So we are going to go ahead and get this game underway in a minute. While we do, I'd love to chat with anybody that's in the stream. Kind of bored. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. You're a beautiful soul. Yeah, I'll say this. Corki, ADC, having 2 ADCs on your team is really strong. It gives you a lot of different options as far as the team fights go, that if one of them gets blown up, you still have a lot of DPS coming out. Nocturne is very strong. His paranoia is huge, especially for ganks. But he's also just really strong pre-6-2, right? Especially if he runs into Xin Zhao. I want to give the edge a little bit there to Nocturne. Ornn, very tanky, great frontliner. Wonderful engage for the team fight. Same thing with Set. So I think the side of Bad Bunnies has a really good front-to-back standard team fight where if you can get Set to dive in on the back line, pick up that Aatrox or pick up the Xin Zhao, dive him into the back line, Paranoia, Nocturne on it, special package with Corki, and let Vayne continue to just pluck away and then have Ornn do his thing. You've got a lot of CC coming out of that team, a lot of utility, and a lot of damage follow through. The only problem is they are all damaged. We need to be realistic about that. I know that Corky's converts it over to AP, but he's really going to be the only AP. So you need that Corky to get fed so that you've rounded out your damage. Because it's something like 80% of his AD converts over to AP damage. So you need to make sure that if he gets big, you're utilizing him. Because if he doesn't get big, you're going to be off on the wrong foot. Meanwhile, though, Vlad ADC, what is that about? I've never seen that. I'm open to seeing it. I want to see what it looks like. I think there's potential for it. Like I said, I don't know what that execution looks like. Ganks will be harder on the bot lane because of his E and everything, or his his E, his pool where he cesspools around and stuff like that. But I really want to see how that's utilized, how it's played. I know how Syndra is played in the bot lane. I know how it pairs with like a Rel or things like that. I've seen it played, so. I do think it's going to come down to execution most of all. If we're able to see the side of Lycoris get really good execution on their picks, if the Syndra can get fed, if the Vladimir can get fed, they have a nice round damage. They've got Rel as a front line. They've got Aatrox as a front line. They have a lot of potential there to do damage and make things happen. It's just going to come down to if they're able to do it. So we are going to go ahead and get loaded in here shortly. Stay tuned, and we will get started in just a moment. And as we get loaded in, forgive me, I'm also my own producer, so you might see me look away. It's not that I don't love you, it's that I want to provide you with a beautiful show, and not just my face. So as we get loaded in, teleports across to our solo laners, that makes sense. We've got Ghost on the Vladimir, okay, and then Ignite on our Set and Exhaust on the Rel. I do like the exhaust coming through on the Rel. I think that with somebody like Set, with Nocturne, and with Corky that can roam down, there's a lot of potential for them to go ahead and hop in, and it makes sense to have the exhaust on your support. Besides that, everything else looks pretty standard. I'm not seeing anything crazy here in the runes as far as that goes. And yeah, I'm excited to get this game underway. I just want to see how many points he has on Vlad. Okay, so he's, first time Vlad, level 7, nice. Awesome, so this game is going to be getting underway. Again, this is going to be Lycoris on the side of blue. Limitless Bad Bunnies on the side of red. We've got a 3-block series for you here tonight. That means that regardless of who wins the first two, we should be able to see a third game just because it is fun to watch. So we'll get that going underway as they go ahead and load up onto the Rift. Let's get everything up on here so that you can see it. We don't want to know when the kills are coming. We do want to know when the Dragon and the Baron are, though. And they are going ahead and loading up now. All right. And they're out onto the Rift as this game is underway. Looks like both teams going to go for a relatively standard 5-point across the map.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
I have a cat that's very interested in what I'm doing. It's the first time I moved my desk here recently. So if you see a cat jump across, it's my cat. It makes sense. Or if you hear it, since it sounds like it's meowing. All right, we've got the side of Bad Bunnies going ahead and going a little aggressive in the pixel bush there as they want to go up, maybe get some deep vision. Rel showing out pretty visible there, kind of dancing around. We have Nocturne already dropping his vision in the pixel bush for the top side. Uh-oh, she could be out of position here. The pull comes through. Vel going to try and lay on some damage. The PTA is procced from Vayne, but Rel will be able to go ahead and get out of there. So a little early damage coming through onto Cray Dog. I don't think it's going to be anything to write home about, as it looks like he's going to head and just heal up from it. And both of our junglers, one is going to start on the bot side red, the other one is going to start on top side blue. And so we should see them not fight over Scuttle or anything like that. We will be looking for ganks, however, though. Both these junglers, very heavy gankers. Xin Zhao, no problem pre-6. Nocturne might want to power farm through to 6, but we'll have to see where the late state of the lanes are and what they decide to go from there. And it does look like both of these junglers are going to go for more of a 5-camp setup as they're going to leave Krugs be. I have seen a lot of junglers doing more of a 6-camp setup, so I'm intrigued by that. And everybody's just kind of dancing around in the bot lane as they will from time to time. Nothing too exciting going on right now. It does look like Vayne has a little bit of the lead here in the CS department, but Vladimir is going to scale pretty well. So will the Vayne, though, so we'll have to see how this plays out. All right. Everything going along as it will. You got to stay hydrated. Yeah, this Vayne doing a great job at poking off. That is going to be PTA and W procced onto nil. Pull comes through, ignites down, and that's going to be first blood going over to Vayne. Now we've got Kraydog trying to stay alive. Lots of damage coming down. That is a hell of a proc on the PTA W for her as well. Omnific doing great work paired with this set. They have a nice little combo there, and they put it to work. So again, first blood going over to Omnific there on the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies. Rel going to get chased down here. She's taking a couple turret shots. She's not worried. The Condemned comes in. The pull comes through, and that's going to be another kill going to this bot lane duo. Now we've got Snow Life keeping off with the Haymaker, but still playing aggressive and forward. I like it. All right, so the Vladimir finds himself in a very down position right now as he was killed. He is going to be finding himself level 2 into a level 3. He's also going to be finding himself into a Vayne that's got 10 more CS. They're going to go ahead and get a little cheater back here as they have themselves up a nice big amount. And everything else relatively equal. Ornn is CSing about a wave ahead of the Aatrox, so nothing too crazy, but the Aatrox has a nice little wave stacked up, so I expect to see that go back and forth here in a little bit. Xin Zhao in the area, Ornn going to back off respectfully. Fonzo going ahead and CSing out here in the mid, up a little bit, but nothing too crazy. I do like seeing the Cinder go the Sapphire Crystal. I know that that is a cheaper route to get the Lost Chapter early. Of course I can increase my audio. For myself? Absolutely. Thank you so much. It means that you want to hear me. All right, the flash comes out of Panzora. Is that any better for you? Go ahead and let me know in the chat if that works out for you, Kazoo. Can you hear my beautiful voice better now? And if you can't, tell me again. Yes, you're welcome. So we did see the flash get burnt on the Ornn up on the top side. Beautiful gank coming around from You're Mad Cute. Another little engage here going down onto the bot side. Snow Life playing very aggressive here, and so is Omnific. Doing a very good job of landing these 3 shots onto the side of Lycoris and popping that PTA along with the W there. Incredible job, wonderful job hitting these champions, and they've already got Nil poked out quite a bit. He's down about 10 CS. He's only able to come back with the Dark Seal. Meanwhile, Noonquiver coming over on Vayne. So we'll have to see how this plays out, but it is off to a rough start. And this Ornn is just waiting for the right moment. When's it going to come? Going ahead. Oh, they've already got the dragon going. Red team playing really well here. The engage comes out onto the Aatrox. He's going to try and run away, and he will do fine on that. Nocturne locking up that Drake for the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies. It's an ocean. We are going to see a cloud come next, which means we're going to get a mountain or an infernal soul, which I think will be very fun. I'd love to see a mountain with the... Oh, we're going to see a little engage here come out, and Panzora able to lock up the kills on Admi Goth Girls. Very well played. Fonzo taking a little damage now in the mid lane. That's the ult coming out of Syndra, and she locks up the kill. Good, good. Finally getting on the board by Lycoris. Great ult coming out of Syndra there to lock up the kill on the Corki. And now we've got a game on our hands. About 2,000 lead over to Limitless Bad Bunnies, but that's nothing that's too crazy. Very well played out of the Syndra and very well played out of the Ornn there. As I was saying before, so rudely interrupted by all the fighting going on. We've got a, I hope we get to see a Mountain Drake. That would be a very fun map for the Condemns to come out of Vayne. I think it would also be interesting for some more of the plays to come around for like Ornn and stuff to get choke points and things like that with his ult. So I do hope we get to see a Mountain Soul. Let me know if that's what you're rooting for in the chat. Again, I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I like to be active with everybody. So you don't have to just tell me when you can't hear me. You can also tell me other sorts of things. I'll listen. Doing a quick state of the map check-in real fast. It does look like the Ornn is up, about 100. Nothing crazy there. The Nocturne up about 300. Syndra finds herself with about a 200 lead, and it is going to be Vayne with a cool 1,000 lead and set with 700. So that bot side duo is doing work on this map. That being said, everything else not too crazy across the board. There's a lot of opportunity still here. The Aatrox is out CSing. Every 15 CS is equal to about a kill or so. So he's almost even. Nothing too crazy there. The Nocturne is doing a great job. He is just trying to clear his way down to 6, and he is doing it already. He's going to continue to farm. He's up several camps over the Xin Zhao. I expect to see him be a little bit more of an impact in the game at this point now, too. I can't wait for the first Paranoia to get dropped. And again, Syndra got that kill, but everything else relatively equal in the mid lane. There's the pull coming on to nil. The Ignite comes down. There's the PTA proc, but guess who's here? Xin Zhao. Condemn comes through, but Omnific's still going to have some damage coming through. Now Octurne trades down. The pool comes out. Myth Jones not able to land anything. Flash coming out of Kraydog. This is a lot of summoner spells and a lot of ults going back and forth, but nobody is going to get traded over for this fight. It's going to be just summoner spells for summoner spells. Yep. Couple turret shots rain down on Snow Life. That's okay. He's meant to take them. So we're going to see some more gold turret plating going over... Turret plating gold going over to Omnific. Omnific playing a great game. Still up 10 CS, up a kill and assist, up a bunch of turrets. Really doing great things on the map. So we've got to see how they continue to play it out. There is the ult coming out from Aatrox, and now the ult from Ornn. We're going to see if they can get the engage. The flash comes through, it misses. We've got Admi Goth Girl setting at a little bit more health than the Ornn in lane. Both ults drawn out, and we've got a flash on the Ornn. Uh-oh. R comes down. Kraydog caught out. The Fear going to land, and that's going to be Fonzo locking up the kill on Kraydog. Panzora now in a good position to maybe win this fight. And that's going to be a kill going over to Panzora as he locks up the kill on Admi Goth Girl. Xin Zhao in the area trying to follow up. Not able to do it. Lost vision and could not follow through. Unfortunate for the side of Lycoris as they are not able to get that trade kill. And Panzora was very, very low there. So we do see the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies. They're up about 3,500 at 10 minutes. That's almost a full item. Corki going to go ahead and go. He's got his special package now. There he goes. Look at him. So we're going to see that on the map now. We have to respect that, especially in the team fights. That can be the changer. You want to make sure that if you're on the side of Lycoris, that you do not engage with them at this point. You got to draw that out earlier. But we're going to have a Drake spawning here right now, so I don't think they're going to get a chance to draw that out. We're likely going to see a fight break out here in just a moment anyways. And with Corki having the special package, Prio coming through to the side of Bad Bunnies, there's the stun, but it doesn't do any good. The pull comes through. And the pull is out now. I'm going to have to get used to that, the pull and the pool. We've got some major spells broken down here. The pool has a long cooldown, so cannot use that on the Vladimir for a little bit longer. It is going to be the Drake very likely going over to the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies as they get that thing started up and they lock it down. And it's an Infernal. No such luck with the Mountain Soul. There's the special package being used. Used a little early. I don't know if it was just going to fall away or if that was just the plan. Stun coming through onto the side of Fonzo as I'm very sleepy, landing a good scout of the week there. You're mad cute going to go ahead and back as Rift Herald is going started on the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies. They are going to get this thing started. They've gone ahead and brought up Set to help knock it down as well, giving solo XP over to the side of Vayne. Really good plays coming out of the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies as they are just making their way across this map with good decisions. Rift Herald on Nocturne, so we want to see where that goes next. Taking a look at itemization, it does look like they're going to be going to Mortal Shield Bow on both Corki and the Vayne. So be prepared for that, and poor Vladimir had to rush his Arm Guard Seeker already. There's the Scout of the Week. Fonzo taking some damage. The ball is going to miss. We've got Xin Zhao and Nocturne in the area. The flash comes through. The Fear's not going to land or be used. Now what's going on? I'm mad cute. I'm very sleepy. Scout of the Week again. The flash comes through, and that's going to be a kill going over to Syndra onto the Nocturne. Corki able to return the kill onto the Syndra, and Xin Zhao not able to follow up and lock up that kill onto the Corki. So it's a 1-for-1 trade in the fight going mid. And Admi Gothgirl's doing a great job of trying to engage and keep Panzoria here. The ult comes through. We've got Conqueror proc damage coming through. He's trying to land the knockup. This could be a solo kill going over to the Admi Gothgirls. Panzora is going to just barely walk away and have to back, though. That means that Aatrox is going to continue to out CS in this top lane. Kraydog caught out of position in his own jungle. That's never a good place to be, as first turret gold goes over to the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies. We've got them inside the jungle playing aggressively here. The W misses. That feels bad. Scout of the Week lands on him. Omnific getting low. That's going to be Syndra getting a kill. Now we've got the ult coming out of Snow Life, trying to lock up your mad cute. Fonzo going to fall here. It's a 2-for-1 trade, this time in favor of Lycoris, as they find themselves answering back with this Syndra now up 3-0. Scout of the Week landing. Damage coming down. Continuing to put pressure on Myth Jones. You've got to love what you're seeing here. Syndra going to not be able to stop the Drake from getting off, but she will make sure they don't lose that turret in return. Really good plays left and right. So much happened. Let's try and break it down for you. So it is going to be the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies that is able to get that first turret gold going over to the Vayne. That being said, the rest of the team was playing up very aggressively to make sure that she was able to lock it up, and the Kraydog got caught out a little bit. A little fight happens over at Raptors, and we get to see not too much go down there. Then is when it happens. Syndra is able to blow up the Nocturne. Corki returns the kill onto the Syndra, and Xin Zhao just slightly behind, not able to follow up the kill on the Corki. But we do see the side of Lycoris getting back into this. Only down about 3,000 at this point. That was the same they were about 5 minutes ago, which means even a little less than they were 5 minutes ago, which means they've stopped the bleeding relatively effectively. They are coming up with an answer. Good dodge from Admi Gothgirls to get out of the way of the stun. The hook comes through, or an ult going to get dropped. Going to see if they can get out. The flash comes through. Beautiful job from Admi Gothgirls trying to dodge that. Nocturne ult comes through. The Fear's landed. Damage coming on. There it is. Now we've got Omnific in the area. Great job with the Gore Drinker as it is able to save him for just a moment. But he will still fall, and that kill is going to go over to Ornn. Now we have Xin Zhao getting chased out of position there. Drake up in a minute. Rift Herald up in 3. Keep your eyes out for where this next fight's going to be. I imagine it will be on the bot side, as we are going to see that Drake pop up here relatively soon. And you've got Corki down in the bot lane, and you've got Vlad trying to just get some solo XP and some solo gold. He is down about 15 CS and a couple assists on this Vayne, so nothing too crazy, but it is kind of noticeable at this point. Elo, this is everything gold to plat, I believe. Most of the folks in this Elo are going to be diamond. But yeah, that's where we're at. I do believe there are a couple golds and a couple plats in here, though. But it should be mostly diamond Elo. Hey, and thank you for coming back, Nikashumi. I appreciate seeing you here. Thank you. It's a good game so far. Right now, Bad Bunny's doing a little bit of work, but they're not in too much of a position that the side of Lycoris cannot get back in the game. Yes, that would be close to Division 2 in the Hextech We've got Corky playing aggressively here in the mid lane, trying to put some pressure while the rest of his team rushes down this third Drake. They are going to get it looks like. And that's going to be Soul Point already going over to the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies as they go ahead and get started up with the Soul Point at just 16 minutes. That means we could see Soul coming as early as 21 minutes, right around the same time the Baron is going to spawn. Oh, flash comes through. Or an ult goes in. We've got Paranoia left and right. It's going to be I'm Very Sleepy taking some damage and falling over to Omnific. Now we've got Kraydog also taking some damage. Uh-oh, you're mad cute. You're mad dead. That's a double kill going to Omnific. And we could see this mid turret falling. It's down and out of here. They are going to keep on marching. Aatrox able to trade the top turret, though, during all of that. However, it does look like they might have enough pressure to maybe knock down this tier 2 turret in the mid and open the game up a bit. Nil going to go ahead and clear the wave as much as he can. Meanwhile, Omnific not scared of anything, and why would she be? Look at her. She's already on Immortal Shield Bow. She's already on her Berserker Greaves. She's building into her next item. She's feeling large and in charge. And back to the top lane where everything's relatively quiet. We have seen Ornn getting lots of trade kills over, but it's been a good job. That's going to be Admi Goth Girls staying alive for just a moment. The fear comes through, trying to get away his dash, but he is very likely going to fall here, and that's going to be Nocturne locking up the kill. That will be the 4th time Admi Goth Girls is going to see Gray today. No fun if you're him. He's been getting ganked left and right by everybody from just the Nocturne to almost a 4-man dive after they locked up Rift earlier. So doing what he can. The Gore Drinker, mad heals, keeping him alive. I think he needs to hold off and save it till later and not use his flash for the Ornn ult. Maybe try and save it for these 5-man ganks coming his way. Meanwhile, the side of Limitless Bad Bunny is going to go ahead and get this Rift Herald started. It is going to be falling off the map here in about a minute and 40, so better late than never to get it started, and it will fall. That's going over to them. Now, we got ourselves a game. It's about a 5,000 gold lead over to the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies. That gold lead is starting to take off a little bit as we see them going ahead and setting the tone and setting the pace on the map. Let's see where they decide to put Rift. They're probably going to use it top to go ahead and open up this last tier 1 turret. There it is. Omnific in the area, just laying it down. It doesn't even need to get a charge off. You could have saved that for the tier 2 or maybe in the mid, but oh well, who cares? They're going to make sure they at least try and get this second charge off. They've got lots of assets in the area. Corky doing a split. He's got teleport if he's needed. That's going to be that one falling. And look at them. They want to put this pressure on the tier 2 turret. It'll fall. You've got the engage. The fear comes down on Admi Goth Girls. And that's going to be the kill coming down. Vayne able to lock it up. Now Kraydog out of position as he's 4v1. He will fall. It's a 2-for-0 trade in favor of the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies. They're going to put more pressure here on the top side. Vlad ADC, you see it right, Nikushimi. That is what they decided to roll with. He's been set back a little bit, but he has finally completed his mythic item. We'll see if it's a long-term strat that pays out for him or if it's just a bad choice. Either way, though, we are going to see that the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies now have as much pressure on the map as they want. They can walk all through the top side jungle. They can peek into the bot side jungle if they want to, and that Drake's going to be up in about 130, so I imagine they're going to go ahead and start rotating over to the bottom side, get those lanes pushing, and get some prio on that Drake. That will be Soul Point coming up for them, so that's really important that they want to have it. That being said, Baron is on the map, and they've got 3 Drakes. This may be their time to go ahead and walk over to Baron and take it, while the side of Lycoris decide to lock up their first Drake. That's what I said. Literally, I said, I hope I'm proven wrong. I've never seen Vlad ADC, but this is a good opportunity for me to put my foot in my mouth again. So let's see how it goes. Right now, it's not going the best, but Vlad does, you know, he takes some time to scale up. He needs to get there. We've got the Paranoia coming down from Myth Jones, flash out Admi Goth Girls. The fear does not quite land, and they are going to go ahead and get that Baron started again. It doesn't look like they were doing a whole lot of damage there. You've got Aatrox in the area, Zenzao, Rel, and Syndra coming up now. The teleport coming in from Ornn to play some defense. That could be the engage you're looking for. Ornn ult comes through. It's going to land. It's a 3-man knockup. You're mad cute gets dunked and dove out of the map. And oh, it's going to be a flip. the side of Lycoris is able to wipe down the map with Limitless Bad Bunnies as they are able to go ahead and get all the kills. Very good job. We are seeing the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies get 4-man killed here. They're not going to go for Baron, but they are going to go ahead and take that Drake and get this mid turret. Very well played. That's okay. I knew exactly what you meant. You're good. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, so when it comes down to it, I thought they had a really good setup there. I won't lie. I thought that Limitless Bad Bunnies, the side of red, if you're unfamiliar, was going to go ahead and get a good setup on that fight. However, once Set goes ahead and dives into the back lane, he gets popped almost immediately, and it's a 5v4 man advantage over to the side of Lycoris, and they're able to run through the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies. They were able to get the gold lead only to about 4,000 for the Bad Bunnies. They were able to get a Drake. They were able to go ahead and get some pressure on the mid lane. All in all, not a bad play from the side of Lycoris. They've got to do more of that, though. They're not out of it. They're 4,000 down. Soul Point's going to be something they're tangling with for the next 15 minutes. You hope it's 15 minutes if you're on the side of Lycoris, because that means that would be soul for them. So, you've got to come up with some answers. If you're Lycoris, you're looking to get a pick somewhere. You got to get better rotation. Look at the vision on the top side of that map. The side of Bad Bunnies know exactly where everybody is. They're going to know when they're coming for Baron. They're going to know when they are rotating through. They're tracking the Xin Zhao and everybody. They got to have the side of Lycoris have got to have equally good vision so that they can try and do the same thing and set up for a good pick. Otherwise, they're going to be on the back foot the whole time. But I'll tell you, that fight made this game a lot more interesting because it does mean that there's a chance for the side of Lycoris to get back into it and do what they need to. I'm very sleepy now, sitting at 5, 2, and 3 on the Syndra. Plenty of CS, lots of kills. Here comes the Ornn ult. Not able to connect, but it doesn't matter because he's going to get a 3v1 situation. Did he save his flash? No, his flash is down. Now it's 4v1. The ult comes through. Paranoia, fear, everything else lands, and it is going to be the Nocturne that locks up the kill on to Adme Goth Girls. No, as far as wave clear goes, you're absolutely right. They don't have the same wave clear. Not like a Vayne, at least. Not like a Corki with his Q and everything else. The empowered autos for the passive coming out of Nocturne. They can certainly clave a... Ooh, Flash comes out of Corki after the Proto Belt comes through. Didn't want to get out of position. So I do see what you're saying there. They do not have the same ability to stall the game. That being said, Syndra and Vayne are going to get big here in a little bit. And they can certainly pop Omnific if they're able to get onto them. Also, look at how much AD damage is coming out of the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies. Besides that Corki, they don't really have any other AP damage. So they can go a lot of armored, give themselves a chance through the fight. And also on the flip side, you're going to have to see the Ornn split up his itemization. He's got a lot of AD coming out from the Aatrox and the Xin Zhao, a lot of AP coming out from the Syndra and the Vlad. So his efficiency in terms of builds is going to go down because he's going to have to choose what he wants to do. You could just go straight up health, but you're going to have to start to lose gold efficiency as you choose what you want to build into that. So I imagine to see Vayne damage. Ornn upgrades is something I mentioned. Vayne does a lot of true damage, and she's running the PTA, so all those third hits whack hard. That's true. He also does the max AP damage with his max health damage with his AP. The thing that I want to see with Ornn, though, is he's already level 15. That means we should see both of those Immortal Shield bodes right there already upgraded on the Corki and the Vayne, which means they are going to start hurting now. I don't think they were upgraded for that last team fight that we saw. So you bring up a very good point we're going to see this start to get a little weird. And lots of pings coming out from the side of Bad Bunnies as they want to go ahead and get this Baron started up. And look at how quickly they are melding through this thing. It's not even funny. Half health. It's a quarter. Xin Zhao's in the area, but he's not going to make it. That's going to be Baron going over to the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies at just 26 minutes. The Ornalt comes through. The paranoia locks down. I'm very sleepy, trying to get out of there. Still alive right now. The flash comes out from the Nocturne. Now you've got the set ult coming through. It hits a lot of people, but he's going to fall first. We could have ourselves a fight. Nil in the area doing some damage, trying to 3v1. He's going to go ahead and have to zone you as Myth Jones going to fall here. It's a 2-for-2 across the map. We've got a little bit more health on the side of Lycoris as Panzora gets popped there. No, I'm sorry. That was Admi Goth Girls. Now it's a 4-for-2. Xin Zhao trying to stay alive, trying to trade it over. No, it's going to be an ace going over to the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies and a triple kill for the Ornn. All right, well, we've got another, there's Rel coming back up online. It was pretty close. They had a lot more health on the side of blue for the last little bit of the team fight, but if they weren't all together, and so they got kind of picked off there one after another. But now they're going to go, and look, Vayne's not even afraid to go ahead and just start up Soul herself. She's just going to run through that thing, and it's amazing how quickly it fell, damn. So that's going to be Infernal Soul going over to the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies as they're able to lock up both Baron and Soul for the map and give themselves a 9,000 gold advantage at 27 minutes. We do see that they have all 6 of the outer turrets, so no lane turrets existing for the side of Lycoris, and they've got to come up with an answer here. This is where it starts to snowball. They've got to come up with an answer here. If they lose this next fight, it's going to be rough. And like you said, Nikushimi, they do not have the same kind of wave clear that the red side has. Limitless Bad Bunnies are going to be able to absolutely get these waves pushing. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 1-3-1, but it looks like they might go for a 5-man down the middle. Admi Goth Girls almost able to catch out, almost able to get caught out there. Look at these auto attacks coming out from the Corki, just cutting through Admi Goth Girls. Has to go back to base already. Thank goodness that pole missed and the blast cone did not connect. I think in this team comp, I would have rather seen Kraken Slayers, especially with her. I think the third autos would have been dumb. You would have seen the PTA, the passive from the W, and the Kraken Slayer all procced at the same time, and she would have just absolutely melted people. That being said, I do think the Immortal Shield Bow has had its place, but she's only died twice in the whole game, so I don't think she's actually needed that much. They don't have anybody super tanky, though, besides the Rel. You've got a little bit onto the Xin Zhao and the Aatrox, so I don't know that the Kraken was very much needed for that, too. Oh yeah, the Kraken build is super strong on the Vayne. But I do see your point with the Vlad and the Syndra having that Immortal Shield Bow makes good, but so far they haven't needed it. It's only been, I think, like I said, she's died twice. One was, I think, in lane. The other was the one team fight that they lost at Baron. Besides that, though, there really hasn't been a position where she's needed that shield bow to proc. So might have gone with the Kraken Slayer just because of how big she is. But we'll see. They're going ahead and pushing in these waves again. Right now, the side of Lycoris doing a good job. Clearing waves. They haven't lost any of the base turrets. Unfortunately, Nikushimi, I do not have a way. I am my own producer. It's live. I don't have a replay, and if I do, it's going to throw me off of everything. We can take a look at the runes, though, afterwards. I'm happy to see how effective it was overall in the game. I can't tell you that fight, but we can definitely look at Vayne's runes in the post-game and see what they say to see how effective the item was and things of that nature. I don't know. Nikushimi, I might... Oh, boom! Look at you! Does that give you the answer that you were looking for? So far, it's blocked 831 damage. Yeah, it's only procced once or twice the entire game. I think, yeah, Corki's gotten more use out of it so far. So I think that it would have made a little bit more sense in this game just because of how far ahead they are to go with the Kraken Slayer, just so they could cut through more. But no, it's only saved her once, maybe twice during this game. Like I said, she's been pretty dominant throughout. Yeah, you missed so much of the game already. And look at the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies trying to set up for a solid pick here. They're going to go ahead and let that go. Baron's already fallen off, so they didn't get the most use out of it. It's going to be up again here in about 20 seconds, and I think we're going to see the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies going in for another Baron here shortly. They're all in position. Nothing much the side of Lycoris can do. They've got to come up with an answer. Is it going to be to try and steal? Maybe let Xin Zhao get on a suicide mission? That might be your best hope, is to do a Hail Mary and see what happens. They got to know it's getting started. Nobody's on the map. They're not going to try and do anything. They're just going to let it go. And that's going to be Baron falling over the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies for the second time this game. They now have 2 Barons, and they also have Infernal Soul. That being said, in 48 seconds, they could find themselves with Elder as well, which would just be the icing on the cake for a late game push here to end. So we'll see what they decide to do. Meanwhile, it does appear that they are going to go ahead and be resetting just a little bit here as a team. Going to let Ornn go ahead and push up there. He doesn't need to reset. He can build everything in lane. Yeah, they absolutely melt that objective. They were on that Baron for less than 10 seconds, it felt like, and it absolutely fell. They're probably going to try and do the same thing to Elder here in about 15 seconds, but it does look like the side of Lycoris going over to go ahead and match and maybe try and fight over this. This could be their final stand, and they might want to make it here and now, but Ornn is going to ravage the base if they don't send somebody back to answer him. Excuse me. And he's teleporting in for the fight now. We've got a fight breaking out. It's going to be Paranoia used. The Ornn ult comes through. Admi Gothgirl almost already dead. He's going to fall there. That's going to be Rel going as well. Cray Dog's good. You're mad cute trying to do what he can, but it will be Nil that falls. I'm very sleepy, and you're mad cute trying to get away now. It won't be able to do too much. Xin Zhao very low. If you're the Xin Zhao, you got to think suicide mission for the... It's too late. The Elder Drake is gone over to the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies, and it's going to be the Xin Zhao, the lone survivor from everything that happened, and surprisingly not getting caught by Pansora there. That feels bad. Can't see who it's on right now. It looks like it's not on. I don't know who it's on. It doesn't tell me by hovering over it. We're going to see the Nexus base fall. That's going to be another kill going over to the Corki. That's going to be another kill. It's an ace again, and this is going to be a full swipe as they decide to go for that third inhib. Limitless Bad Bunnies are going to get the kill. They're going to get the game and take everything on the map. It ends up being 25-11 in favor of Limitless Bad Bunnies. Let's do a quick post-game check-in and see what's shaking. So much gold on that Vayne and that Corki. Both of them sitting at 15,000. Let's do a quick run at the damage charts and just look at the Corki, look at the Vayne. That Syndra, proud of the amount of damage that she did. We're going to go ahead and get into the lobby for the next game, so just stay with us as we go ahead and get ready. Also, on a side note, if you haven't done it yet, go ahead and hit the follow button. I host games like this for Hextech Championship, for different team scrims, as well as other things. So I'd love to have you here as often as you'd like to be here. I do love to interact with the crowd as well, so please feel free to hop into the chat and say hello. We're going to go ahead and get the draft pulled up here in just a minute as both teams are loading up and loading into Pro Draft. I am casting your game on Sunday. Yeah, that's me. I got Act vs. TSEA. I'll be rooting for both teams, but because you visited me more, you know I'm going to say your name a couple times. All right, everybody, if you're just tuning in, the first game going over to the Limitless Bad Bunnies. This side will have Limitless Bad Bunnies on blue, Lycoris on the side of red. This is the second game in a 3-game block, so we'll have to see how it goes. If you're in the chat, let me know who you're rooting for. Are you rooting for Lycoris to get back in this game, put the series 1-1, or are you going to be cheering for the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies to go ahead and put the series at 2-0? How'd you think the Vlad ADC went as well? I'd love to hear you talk about it in the game. Emily LaQueen, welcome back. Thank you for checking out. And it does appear these teams are about ready to get loaded in. All right, we're going to get underway the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies. It looks like Emily LaQueen is going to be rooting for the Bunny team. So we've got a little support coming out for the Bunnies, and they did win last game, as Nikashumi is able to point out. We will see the Ziggs band going through for the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies. Set going to get taken out, or at least hovered right now. Yeah, you're psychic, Emily. You knew what was going on. I just realized you probably can't see me every time I hover down there. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're psychic. You know what team to root for. Riven going to go ahead and get banned out of here as well. We'll see the Diana and the Set get banned from the side of Lycoris. Well, you also tuned into my channel. That's how I knew you were smart in the first place. Silas going to get banned out as well, and we're going to see Gangplank getting locked in the bans. Ziggs is really strong, used over here in NA as an ADC, just because he has a lot of turret potential. His ultimate allows him to get a nice amount of assists and kills without having to be too close to the fight, and he's got a good distance as well. Plus, he offers a little self-disengage with his Bomb Blast, so Ziggs is not so much of a personal ban. But the side of Riven and Silas, the Riven is a little bit more of a personal ban. I think the Gangplank is as well. Silas, Diana, and Set are more of meta bans for the NA. And we've got a Viego locked in. Sorry, I was talking the whole time. I'm so excited with everybody chatting with me. And we've got a Graves being hovered here. Graves has been selected. He's been He is still super skill shot reliant, but he is he offers great push. He's really strong, and it's been something that we've been seeing get banned a lot over here in the NA. We are going to see the Graves get locked in. I'm assuming that we are not going to see a Graves jungle, though. I imagine he's going to go top or mid. The Nautilus after the Alistar hovered there, so let's see what they decide to do. That's going to be Nautilus locked in. I expect to see Graves in lane. So let's see how this goes. We've got Limitless Bad Bunnies with the B2 pick here. They're thinking about it. They're going to lock in the Syndra again. Oh, no, they're going to take the Syndra away. I'm sorry, that was Lycoris that had Syndra last time. Now, Limitless Bad Bunnies are going to say, let us show you what we can do with it. I like it. It's a little bit of a flex. The final pick coming in for this first half of the phase from the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies. They've got 10 seconds left. Seraphine did get banned out last time, so Emily, they might not want that to happen, but it's possible we could see something like that go down. Volibear going to get locked in as well. We could see Voli in the top. We could see Voli in the jungle. A little bit of a flex pick there. Same thing with the Viego. He is going jungle a lot here recently, but he has also played mid for a while. So we could see anything happen about that. Nikushimi, I agree with what you're saying. That's when we see the Corki come in or something like that mid, or you have a maybe a Lucian mid, somebody that can help supplement that DPS a little bit and offer to round out the team comp a little bit more. Seraphine! Emily! You're psychic! Oh my gosh, what is going on? Seraphine gets locked in here. I have no idea where the hell she's going. She could go mid. She could go support. Lord only knows at this point. They must have done that just for you. Lycoris trying to please the fans out here. You need to go look up Lycoris on social media and give him a follow. Ez Jinx are really strong right now. Jinx getting banned here. I've seen Ez getting locked in so much here recently. He just does a lot of damage. But he's another one that's really skill shot based. No, I don't think it's going to be not mid. But yes, I do think that I think Ezreal is another one that's really skill shot based as well. If you're not landing your Qs, if you're not landing your Ws, your W's, you're just going to have a rough time in lane. So I think Ziggs and ADC kind of comparable, but I do think that Ezreal has a little bit more damage output in terms of like his autos and everything else in a team fight. No, exactly. And his E does make him quicker and better. We're going to see the Echo Band come through. Yasuo, interested to see that. We've got the Jinx and the Vayne. Oh yeah, when her passive pops up, it's unrealistic. Who is my favorite ADC? My favorite ADC, I really like Vayne. Okay, Emily's changed her vote. She's going over to Lycoris. I like it. B4 coming in from the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies. Oh, Jinx is really strong, especially if you get her with like a Lulu. Lulu is busted with some of those hyper-scaling, hyper-carrying champs like Jinx, Vayne, Kog'Maw. It gets really weird seeing Lulu. Her amount of peel from the dive that she offers and her buffs that she offers to an ADC just gets super strong. We've got a Vayne locked in. We're Vayne. I'm an idiot. We've got a Varus locked in. I want to see if he's going to go more of like the lethal tempo, Hail of Blades, like attack speed, or if we're going to get a chance to see him in the lethality poke role. And their final lock-in is likely going to be the ADC unless something really weird's going on here. I do like... keep in mind, this is just a scrim, right? It's just for fun. It's not for any kind of championship or anything like that. And there you have it. So if I had to do my guesses around the map, it is going to likely be Graves, Lilia... I'm sorry, Wukong, Lilia, Graves, Seraphine, Nautilus. I think that's what we're going to see. I don't think we're going to see Wukong in the in mid lane. I think we're going to see him in top lane. But we'll see here in a moment as they're going to go ahead and get into the client draft here shortly. You guys started up the pick phase with only 4 members. Just throwing that out there if you might want to reset that. Crazy Roy, welcome to the chat. You're rooting for Lycoris. I like to hear that. We've got a little bit of something going on. Emily is also rooting for Lycoris as well. See what I did there? Azrael. Just in case you haven't done it yet, by the way, go ahead and hit the follow button. I'd love to have you join us here. We do things like this during the week, during the weekend, and quite frequently. If I'm not here, I'm casting for another org, but I'd love to have you stop by whenever you're here. All right, and we are going to go ahead and get into the draft from the clients. Let's see what they're going to do. Hey, look, it's my beautiful face again. Look, there's two of me. All right, so they're going to go ahead and get in here. We've got a lot going on in this game. I'm excited to see where everybody's going to be going. Crazy Roy, thanks for the follow, brother. Appreciate that. So yeah, we've got lots of stuff going down here. We're going to get to see, I think it's going to be a Seraphine Nautilus bot lane. I see you. I think it's going to be a Seraphine Nautilus bot lane. I don't imagine Graves is going to go down into the jungle or into the ADC role. I imagine we'll probably see him in mid. I think Wukong is going to go top. Lilia will be in the jungle. And so that's what I think is going to happen. I could be wrong, but I'd love to be proved. You know me, I like to say things, then stick my foot in my mouth halfway through the game. So let's see if that happens again. Picks are starting to come through now. This should be the Volibear, unless something weird happens here. Wait for it. They're thinking. I mean, it could be the Viego, I guess, but I imagine it would be the Volibear over the Viego. Yeah, there it is. All right, let's see what they decide to do top. This should be the Wukong. Yeah, do it, Emily. You've got options. Don't be locked down into one pick or something like that. Live your life. There's going to be the Wukong. We should see the Lilia following up this next pick for your Mad Cute. This isn't TFT. You don't get bonus points for having Coven in there, but I do like the skin. I think Graves is going to go mid here. Yeah. So I imagine we'll see Seraphine Nautilus bot side then. The Syndra got locked into mid, so we're going to get to see the bot lane duo on Amnific and Snowlife over here. I have seen Graves going into the solo lane a little bit here recently, mostly top side, just because he's able to go into the ranged and he gives a little bit of that dash helps him get away or engage if he needs to follow up on it. But I have also seen him played mid. It normally doesn't go the best in lane, but then afterwards he has some true potential. It also helps round out a comp if they're doing something like they are with the Seraphine Nautilus bot. You kind of have like an ADC on the team. Thank you for the follow. Aw, man, I don't know how to say that. I'm going to call you Todd. Thank you for the follow, Todd. Yeah, I imagine that it's going to be... I imagine that laning phase is going to be rough, but once they get into the team fights, it's going to seem like it makes a little bit more sense. Volibear just deciding to let the bands go to the wayside. I like sitting here for an extra 30 seconds too. Nobody's got anything else to do tonight. Yeah, there's the Seraphine. That's the Varus. Which means this is going to be... Morgana. I didn't write it down. I like the Varus Morgana, though. That's a lot of CC in the bot lane. Like, let's not lie. The amount of CC coming out of the side of Bad Bunnies on the blue side is unreal. You've got the slap coming out of Volibear. You've got the dash stun coming out of Viego. You've got Scout of the Week from Syndra. You've got the ult from Varus. You've got Morgana Q, which will keep you there forever, plus her ult. There's a lot of CC coming out there. But you've also got really good engage coming from the side of Lycoris. You've got a Wukong who can follow up. His R does a lot of damage there. You've got the sleep coming out from Lilia. Graves does a lot of damage, especially after he gets an item or two. The Seraphine Charm can land. She can follow up with a slow if the person's already slowed. So I'm excited to see this fight. This fight should be more even, in my opinion. I don't think the ADC the ADC Vlad was the best choice last game, but I think Seraphine's got a better shot. And Seraphine's still really strong. You've seen her flexed in the support role. You see her flex to a mid sometimes. And here we're going to get to see her ADC. So we'll see if it works out. Let me catch up. Oh, you guys are talking a bit. 3 minutes until the game loads up for integrity purposes. She is pretty decent. If she's able to get a good charm off and land her ult and follow up some of those stuns with her E, and she's got solid poke with her Q, she offers a lot of presence, and it's a good team fighter, right? She's got the empowered W that'll give a heal as well as a little shield if it's not empowered, and some movement speed. So like, there's a lot of options for her. I do think the red side is a lot more alt based. You have the Varus ult, which is really what you're kind of going to looking for on him outside of his damage output. But everybody else is going to be like a Lilia ult, a Seraphine ult, a Wukong ult that really needs to happen. So two things for them. One, they need to execute perfectly and not put themselves behind. They're also kind of hoping for a Cloud Soul, if you ask me. That way they can stack up a little extra cooldown there. Emily, you were rooting for Lycoris because they locked in your Seraphine. Are you swap-swapping sides on us already? She'll do a hell of a lot of poke. And especially with those empowered, every third ability gets that extra little buff and a double cast. So keep that in mind that she can be doing some work with those empowered Qs, or with the double, with the slow root that comes out, with her movement speed heal that comes out. Like, there's a lot of different things that she can do. Maybe it's every 4, I apologize. But she's going to be really good in the team fights and in lane. So I want to see how that goes down. Yeah, Seraphine does some weird damage, especially if they go AP and you're not going like some Moonstone Renewer build on her. I get why you do it. She's a support. She has a heal. But I think her heal is so infrequent that it doesn't make sense. You go something like Leandries, you go something like Luden's on her so that she can just pop people. It is 3. Okay, I couldn't think of it in my head. There's so many champions that have different things at 3 and 4 that I always get wishy-washy on what I'm saying. All right, everybody, we're going to go ahead and get loaded into the game. Stay with us as we get into the second game between Bad Bunnies and Lycoris. Remember, Lycoris on the side of red, Bad Bunnies on the side of blue. And right now, Bad Bunnies are up 1-0 in the series. So let me know who you're rooting for. Let me know what you think's going to happen with this Seraphine not bot lane. And let's get it on. That's a thing they do in American boxing. We've got some Europeans in here in case you don't know. We yell, we'd like to get it on a lot. I'm not muted this time, just in case anybody. Teleport's coming through on our solo laners. We've got heal on the Varus. We've got cleanse on the Seraphine. Interesting. Makes sense. I see it. I see it. I see it. And we've got ignite on both of our supports. So we've got a fun little setup here for you. I think the cleanse is really smart on the Seraphine. The amount of CC coming out of the side of Bad Bunnies is just weird. So that makes sense. Anything? I like the electrocute on the Graves as well. Yeah, Lycoris. So apparently, I thought it was... I'm going to say how ignorant I am here. There we go. I'm going to say how ignorant I am here. When I first saw the name Lycoris, Lycoris, I did not know that was a flower. I thought that was just another way to spell licorice, or it was pronounced licorice, and I felt dumb. Apparently, it's a flower. I haven't looked it up yet, but it should be a beautiful flower. So, yeah, that's my that's my fault on that. Oh no. Admy Goth Girl's going in on Myth Jones. We've got an early little invade. You're mad cute following up. Flash comes through, and we've got ourselves a little bit of a game now. Let's get this chat out of here. We don't want to see what they're saying. All right, Emily, you talked me into it. I'm going to Google it real quickly while we got a couple seconds. Lycoris flower. It's a beautiful flower. It looks like a bunch of flamingos in a huddle almost. I know that sounds dumb now that I've said it out loud, but to me it looks like a bunch of flamingos just huddled together in a circle, kind of. And I like the aggression coming out of the side of Lycoris as well. They've got a nice little early invade there. They throw down a little bit of damage. They drop some vision. They make a lot of smart plays there, and it's going to pay off for them. So let's see how this goes. We're going to get this game started here in just a couple seconds as our mid laners crash into each other, and the buffs come up. Nothing too crazy going on at this moment. Viego just a little bit ahead of the Lilia. But Lilia's going to get weird. I love Lilia late game. I love Lily's passive too. The burn that comes down, especially if you stack that up with like a Leandries, a Demonic Embrace, and Morello's. So much burn. She's like a brand running around this bitch. Oh, she's like a brand up in here. It's crazy late. Early, it feels so bad. I play jungle, and I have the hardest time clearing with Lilia at first, but then it just starts going and going and going, and it snowballs. And her teamfight presence with the Q, with the sleep ability afterwards, her distance with the ball, she can do so much. Yeah, Leandries is really strong. I love Leandries. Excuse me. I do want to point out we've got Chilling Smite on Lilia, and we've got Challenging Smite coming through on Viego. We got a fight coming out already. Admy Goth Girl's trying to lay some damage on Volley, but it's him who's going to get chunked out a little bit there. The stun just barely missing coming out of Snow Life. I kind of like this. Let's see. We've got Seraphine up about a wave right now. Fight breaking out topside. Admy Goth Girl's trying to follow up. But Panzora chasing down and ends up trading out a little bit more. Yeah, her Q slaps for a hell of a lot. And imagine if you get a good Seraphine Q with a good Lilia Q, you've got yourself a lot of damage coming out in a team fight. So I'm really excited to see how this feels and how this game goes. I do think, yes, they do really like to play the APCs. She might just like the other things in that tree. I don't really know what the logic for the build is. I'm very sleepy, barely getting out of there from the Syndra and the Viego. Taking a quick state of check-in of the map. We've got Volibear up about 10 CS. Going to go ahead and back here because he's in a good position to get his Sheen. Everything relatively equal in the jungle and the mid lane. Nothing too crazy going on there. And we've got Seraphine still up in CS right now. Aurelia was open. I'll tell you though, I've seen, so I cast for the Brazilian Riot English non-official thing. It's a huge thing. Either way, I cast for the Brazilian games this weekend, and they picked Aurelia twice, and both times she lost. I don't know what's going on. I know that she got her little rework and her little buffs going on, but she is just not doing well. So I could be wrong in how it all works, but Aurelia has not been the strongest from what I've seen. I would be hard-pressed to remember exactly. Hold on, I took notes. I didn't take that good of notes. I don't remember off the top of my head. I'd have to look it up. But, yeah, she just did not get what she needed to. Nikishimi, maybe you should go Aurelia. Is that what we're all hearing? Is this what we all agree on? We've got mid relatively equal still. Varus catching up. He's going to go ahead. Oh, no. Lilia coming through, doing some damage, trying to lock down Panzora. The flash comes out. Still melting down, ticking for health. Look at that passive do. It's work. Is she going to get another Q off? No. She takes a turret shot instead. Support Aurelia is free. I want to see support. She's got a stun. You can make it work. All right, we see everybody going into the mid lane here. I'm very sleepy, going to take a little damage, and he's going to give over first blood to Fonzo. This Graves gets caught up by Myth Jones and Fonzo and gets locked down and killed. And that, oh, the hook lands on Snow Life. The spell shield does not quite catch in time. Some poke coming through. There goes the Comet. And we see Viego in the area now. Syndra coming to match. It's a 4v2 in the bot lane, but they're not going to have the position. Now, I'm very sleepy, getting caught out again. Oh no, we've got a fight. It's going to be Myth Jones and Fonzo both falling. 2 kills going over to the side of Lycoris. Snow Life out of position, tries to get the ignite. Nothing going to come of it. They're trying to follow up. Now we've got Volibear teleporting in. I'm very sleepy, going to fall here. That's going to be the side of Snow Life. It's been a 3-for-1 across the map. We've got Kraydog getting chunked out here. He's going to get blown up next. It's 3-for-3 across everything. 2-for-3 in the fight. Everything is even now. TP diff all day. Wukong already used his teleport up on the top side to get back in the lane. Not able to join the fight. That being said, he is able to go ahead and try and answer this wave. We'll see if he's able to get any turret plating here. Maybe give himself a little advantage, as it does look like he's going to do it. Maybe get 2 even before Volibear gets there. So some abuse coming out of the side. Let's go ahead and do a quick gold check-in real fast. So everything's relatively equal in the top lane now. So even though he has that kill, those 2 turrets going over to Wukong gives him a little bit of the gold advantage. Lilia and Viego also going to say they're relatively equal. Her E can be hard to hit sometimes. It's so narrow the way it flies up there. You got to be a Deadeye with that thing. Skill shots for days. Syndra up about 400 gold. And that Seraphine, Emily, this one's for you. She is up about 700. And the supports are all equal in lane. There comes the Q out of Morgana. The root follows through with the Omnific Varus going down. It is going to be kind of pushed off by the charm coming out of Syndra. By Seraphine, I'm so sorry. The charm coming out of Seraphine is it will not connect with anything, and it's mostly just defensive. I'm very sleepy. Getting some attention again, is able to dodge the stun that comes out and just kind of back off a little bit there. Blue's the team that won last game, so they do have a chance. The blue does have gold on the people they need to right now, so we'll see how it all shakes out here. Varus slowly working. He's going to get a turret shot. Very good job. Clear that wave out, buddy. You got this. It looks like they're going to run the CDR boots on her. I think the CDR just feels really good on her, especially early game. I have seen a couple people run it early with the other Lilia picks that I've seen. It just gives you that Q more often. You're able to proc everything a little bit faster. But it does not give you... I do see what you're saying, though. We don't know what her main's going to be. Maybe she doesn't want to go Leandry's this game. Maybe it's an OP build. All right, let's take a look. Right now, nothing too crazy going on. Yeah, the haste thing isn't very fun. But it does allow you to get over 40-45% now, which is kind of cool. There is that potential if you just want to go heavy CDR. Here comes a fight breaking out on the top side. It's going to be a couple turret shots going over to Myth Jones. There is Lilia dropping down some burn. Panzora already big enough to take a turret shot, and you don't even notice it. The Rift Herald did go over to Viego, the side of Bad Bunnies. There's Snow Life trying to stay alive, put out a little bit of poke on to the Nautilus, but she's going to have to back out. She's also taking some of those minion shots, which is just going to work. There goes the Q, the W down onto Cray, and it's going to give her the wee bit of healing. Yes. Volley can disable turrets with his R. He just pops his R, and as long as it lands in his little area of effect there for the R, it'll shut down the turret. It's not long. It's like a second, I think, give or take. Maybe a second and a half. I don't know. But yeah, that's what's up. Is it that long? It's 234? I thought it was a lot shorter. I thought it was something like 0.75, 1.5, 2.25. Is it long? Okay. I could be wrong there. Maybe it just feels like it's longer. And that's going to be Drake going over the side of Lycoris as they lock up the Infernal Drake, which means we're going to need a Cloud next. So we'll see an Ocean or a Mountain Soul. The flash comes through, trying to get the ult down. It is going to lock onto Kraydog. His ult will come through onto her. The charm runs through, but this could be Kraydog falling, and Myth Jones locking up the kill. And he decides to take the soul of Nautilus and run with it. It's 3-4-5. Okay. 3 seconds seems like forever when you're rooted, but it doesn't feel like forever when it's something like in your favor. So maybe it's just that I play Volibear every time and it seems like it's going to happen quickly. This could be first turret going over to the side of Bad Bunnies as they are just whacking on this turret unanswered on the bot side. It's only got one turret left, one plate left. They've got a whole lot of minions too. And this is going to be first turret gold going over to the side of Bad Bunnies. Yeah, that's the reason you roll with that's the reason you roll with a volley. I would also love to see, like, if you did volley, Nocturne, Galio for the top half of the map, sick dive potential. You have volley go in, Paranoia comes down, Nocturne follows up, and Galio's launching down. You've got a 3v1 on the top side turret dive, and it gets weird. So we've got a fight breaking out here on the top side. That's going to be the Graves ult coming through, killing Morgana. Snow Life is down and off the map. He is going to find himself feeling pretty good at this point, and it looks like he is going to be going with the Eclipse. So good call out from whoever it was in the chat. My wife is texting me. Just give me 1 second. Omnithic has to use the heal, but he is able to stay alive. The Nocturne ult comes through. He's still there. Turret shot. Is it going to trade the kill? Yeah, it's a 1-for-1 in the bot lane, but now Nautilus is going to get traded over too. It's a 2-for-1 in favor of Bad Bunnies down there. They're up 1 kill. They're up 2,000 since they got all that turret gold down in the bot lane. But they lost their bot lane. They did lose Varus there. All right, that's my wife behind me. Sorry, I didn't expect that. No, you're 100% correct. If you're going to do the Knock Galio volley, number 1, it's more for fun, I won't lie. But number 2, it's also going to be a build that you do for like more skirmish builds, and then you'd have to have an ADC support that's going to help round that out a little bit. That's the engage coming through. The R comes through on the Lilia. He jumps to get away. His ult is out, and he's going to fall to the Lilia, who is online. Goodbye, Emily. We'll see you shortly. Also, a little, oh, here we go. Kraydog getting locked down. The ult coming through after the Q. Going to try and get out of there, but he's going to get locked down some more. And he will still live. No, he will not. Snow Life locks up the kill on Kraydog with the follow-up Q. Beautiful shot. Damage coming down on Omnikov. That's going to be a kill traded back over. It's 1-for-1 in the bot lane. Hold on, I got to give my dinner order. All right. And I got dinner on the way. Woo! All right, guys, so we've got a match. This one is seeming a lot more interesting than the last game. If you were able to catch the last game, Bad Bunnies started to roll away with it. At this point, they were up 3,000 gold. But at this point, we're going to see just a 400 gold difference. Both teams with the turret. Infernal already over to the side of Lycoris. And that second Drake going to be spawning here in about 30 seconds. So we've got a much more fun game. I do want to throw this out while we have a little lull in the action. Go ahead and hit the follow button if you haven't done it. And also, my thanks to both Limitless Bad Bunnies and Lycoris for allowing me to stream and cast the game. I appreciate this opportunity. We are going to have the bot lane duos rotating into the mid as this Drake is about to spawn. We're going to see the side of, Lycoris putting a little pressure on there. And if you haven't done it yet, tell your friends to come on and watch with us. We got an active chat and a fun little group here. Rift going to come down mid, draw a little pressure out. We've got a fight coming in. Teleport's coming out. Admi Gothic Girl's taking some shots. Omnific going to get caught out here. Flash is coming out. The ultimate comes down. And it's going to be Admi Gothic Girl that falls. Wukong taken off the map. His soul is taken as well. We're going to see a fight breaking out here now. Myth Jones going to get traded over. This could be... No, he's going to stay alive. It is going to be the Morgana Snowlife that trades over. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but I think I'd trade the Wukong for the Morgana any day of the week, and they're going to go right over to Drake and lock up very likely their second one here of the game. Some follow-up coming down onto Syndra there. That's going to be Lilia locking up the kill. Locking up the Drake. Now Myth Jones out of position. Kraydog, the ult lands on Fonzo. He's going to get caught. There's the root. He's going to fall to Graves. That is a 2-for-1 across the map overall through that long fight. And that puts the side of Lycoris in a little bit better position now than they were just a moment ago. Gold, less than 100 difference at this point. That APC thing is working out all right for him. And I love that she went the Dark Seal as well. She's looking to stack that thing up and get some snowballing going. I don't know what I was going to say there. It was going to sound way more intelligent in my head, and then it just came out blah, 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 blah. But no, I do love the Dark Seal onto the Seraphine. I think it's a smart buy, and I think if she's able to stack up in the team fights, it's going to look good. I wanted to say Red Side should have this by now. I think they're a little slower on the scaling than we want to see. Leandri's just coming through shortly ago for the Lilia at 18 minutes or so. That's a little bit of a late mythic. Wukong having to go more of an itemization build with the calling. So I think they're just waiting to fully get ramped up, but I do think that we're going to get to see the side of Red potentially take over. Yeah, if you look at Wukong, he had to go for a garage sale build there, kind of go phage the... is it called the Iron Whip? Yeah, the Iron Spike Whip. And then everything else because he had to cut down some of that healing coming out from the Volley Bear with the Divine Sunder and everything else. So I do expect him to finish his build here shortly, get his Mythic, and come online. And smart purchases coming out of the Seraphine, going the Arm Guard Seeker next to give herself a little bit of armor. Duskblade completed on the Varus. Nice sidestep out of Nia, left and right. Look at this girl. It's like she knows where they're going to be firing. Really good job. There's the long ball coming. It does not connect with anybody, but it's still a nice shot and gives a little pressure relief. All right, and these bot lane duos nailing it out. That's going to be Wukong knocking down a turret again, gives this team a turret advantage. I was going to say, I looked down, I saw it on both of them. Maybe... I don't know. We'll see how... I mean, right now it does seem to be working for them. They're up a kill. They're up a turret. They're up 2 Drakes. I mean, who am I to criticize the builds when they're executing on it relatively well? It may not be the most efficient or optimal, as you said, but they are making it work in their favor. Oh, yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. And if they do something like Cosmic Drive, that would just be the end of it. They'd have so much that it's not even funny. There is no cap on AH, so Ability Haste has no cap. You can get that thing all the way up. The max I've ever gotten is like 57% or something like that. It's you don't have a whole lot else, admittedly, but if you go like Cosmic Drive with Liandry's into your Zonias, and then like Banshee's Shield, Banshee's Veil, and something else, you get a lot of ability haste. Yeah, I was about to say, what you're looking at is you trade a lot of that ability haste for efficiency and gold for damage. Boom! Omnific taken right out of there with the Graves all locked up. And, yeah, that's going to be a kill going again. Now that Snow Life caught up there, they might be able to lock up the kill here. Nothing quite lands, though. The ult comes through. The Q comes through on for Lilia, but she's not able to lock up the kill on Snow Life. However, they're going to trade over the Syndra, and that's going to be another turret going over in favor of Lycoris. They are going to look to maybe get their 3rd Drake of the game going here in just a moment, as we have an Ocean, and that's going to give them great sustain throughout the fights here. So I like what I'm seeing. Yeah, the way that it scales, Graves? The way that it scales isn't the most efficient. It's something like exactly like you said. 100 is 50%, while 200 is equal to like 66. So you've got to put so much into it after a certain point to get more. Yeah. You're bringing up a very good point, Nikushimi. We've got Baron getting worked on right now, but we see Lilia in the area, followed by Graves. Seraphine's coming through. I'm very sleepy. It's going to be Lilia who's putting out some damage, though. It's a 1-for-1 trade across the map as we have Panzora locked up. That's going to be the ult out of Omnific. There comes the charm, and it's a double kill to Lilia. Now we see Snow Life out of position here. Very likely going to get burnt up, and that's going to be the kill going over. It's an ace in favor of Lycoris. Lycoris. I don't know why I said Lycoris. It's because I want to call him Licorice. Lycoris able to lock up the ace there, and they don't want the Baron. They want the pressure of the map so they can fall back and take it. Yeah, I do feel like it's a lot of stacking, but maybe they're going to get their AH from the boots, and they're going to go more focused on some other things instead of Cosmic Drive. They might just go like Liandry's, the boots, Zonias, and then they might go into something like Void Staff, Rabidons, and something else that doesn't have ability haste. So you want to have supplement it there a little bit. And Crazy Roy, you're absolutely correct. Lycoris Supremacy, they're doing pretty good this game. Last game, it was a little rough. I don't know if you got to see it. But yeah, they are turning on the fire this time and going full steam ahead. They've got a 6,000 gold lead now, and they don't seem to be letting go of it at any point at all. Cosmic is nuts, especially, like you said, on Lilia and Seraphine, great item, especially because she's able to just swipe her Q so often, the Lilia, and with the passive burn, and once she gets her Demonic Embrace, and, oh, she completed her Demonic Embrace, so she is going to go Zonias. She's just going to go later on in her build Zonias. She'd rather have the stopwatch for some fight. We've got a fight breaking out. Admi Goth Girl's taking some damage here, using his R, trying to cut down on Panzora. The ult comes through, and he is going to fall. Panzora locks up the kill on Admi Goth Girls. And we have a series on our hands. And that's going to be Graves catching out Fonzo. Damage coming through. He might be able to lock it up here. It's going to be the ult that does secure it. Fonzo is off the map. And poor Snow Life not able to hit the root there, and he's going to fall. That's going to be a 2-for-1 across the map for all the fights. Man advantage going over to the side of Lycoris, as they are going to be able to go ahead and put the beat down on Bad Bunnies, and they might be looking to make a play here. Volley coming in on I'm Very Sleepy, but some damage coming through from I'm Very Sleepy. Now you've got Volibear in the area, and it is going to be I'm Very Sleepy getting locked down, but Viego's going to get traded over. It's a 1-for-3 now in this fight. No, I'm sorry. It's a 1-for-1 in this fight. Make it a 2-for-1, and you see that the side of Lycoris is able to trade over another 2 kills only for the Graves. So they're going to go ahead and get a little bit better deal out of here, and they might want to go make something happen. Are you talking about Hourglass on Volibear? No, so... Oh, he did go at second. So, his AP does scale really well, but I also don't know if I'd go second. That being said, it does make him a little bit more tanky. It does give him the ability of the Zoni's Hourglass in a team fight and a cooldown instead of having the stopwatch. And let's not lie, Guardian Angel's trash. I don't think it's trash, but it takes forever to come off cooldown, where Zonia is a lot quicker. So maybe it's the OP build, especially into this team fight. That could be the new build. You guys could be onto something. And ladies and gentlemen, we have the Drake about ready to spawn here in 30 seconds. This could be Soul going over to the side of Lycoris, or it could be the first one in a long road to Soul for the side. Oh no, Cray Dog gonna get burst down, but it will be Syndra that falls there. There goes Viego. There goes poor old Morgana. Omnific getting chased down. The heal comes out. It's going to be the ult that locks up the kill there. And it is a 4-for-0 trade. Definitely in favor of Lycoris, as they're able to lock up the kills. And those cool death timers are long enough that they're going to try and go ahead and get some inhibs here. Meanwhile, Lilia sitting on that Drake going to lock it up. Are they going to go for the win here? No. I don't know. They think they can end it in 10 seconds. Maybe they can. Here comes the Volibear engage. He's going to get blown down, though. It's going to be Panzora trying to slow it down. He is able to provide enough time. Now Snow Life up. That's going to be the Soul going over the side of Lycoris as they wrap it up at just 27, maybe 28 minutes, we'll call it. And they want to go towards Baron, it looks like. We've got another fight breaking out. Very Sleepy going to fall here. Graves caught out of position, and that is a big shutdown going over to Viego. Now we've got Neil getting caught out here. Lilia going to go ahead and use her ult, get a little bit of peel as these two need to try and get away and at least give time for Nautilus to get in here. Teleport up on Wukong. I expect him to join the fight here shortly, but they are able to trade it over. Look at the fight. It's going over in favor of the side of Lycoris. They are going to get this kill. This could be an ace. Morgana is going to get chased down, but they might just go for the end here. They've got 30 seconds until anybody else is up. Snow Life going to get chased down while Seraphine and Nautilus go out, and that is going to be an ace in favor of Lycoris. This is going to be a win for the side of Lycoris. And we are going to get to see a banger of a Game 3 then, because the series is tied up 1-1. Let's go ahead and take a look at the post-game stats real quickly before we get into the third game. Yeah, really well played out of the side of Lycoris. I do want to see the damage charts real quickly before I get the invite. Seraphine, 22,000, we'll call it damage. There we go. 22,000 damage. 18,000 coming out of Graves. 15,500 out of Lilia. The next highest is Volibear on that team. So that did not go the best for them. We're going to get into Game 3 here shortly. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you have not done it yet, please hit the follow button. Oh, are you out of here, Nikushimi? I liked that Graves. That Graves got big kind of board. Real big. All right, guys. So we've got a hell of a series going on here between Limitless Bad Bunnies and Lycoris. It is going to be Lycoris that locks up the second game. It puts them 1-1 across the games, which means the final game we are going to get to see is going to be the determining factor in who really, quote unquote, wins the scrim. Wins the scrim. I got to put that in here now. I'm going to have to start saying that way more often. But we are going to get this game going here shortly. Thank you for tuning in. Again, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to both teams. I did not see the Seraphine snipe in the last fight, but I hear beautiful things. Again, my thanks to Lycoris and Limitless Bad Bunnies for allowing me to stream the games. I'm sure the Discord was going nuts when that thing landed. But yes, thank you to Limitless Bad Bunnies and Lycoris for allowing me to stream this. I've done a couple casts for Limitless in the past before. They're a great organization. Lycoris is very kind to let me stream, and it's also a great team. If you can find them on social media, feel free to put your social in the chat. I'd love to have you guys follow them as well. But other than that, feel free to follow me. I do host scrims here throughout the week. I host for Hextech Championship. They're both NA teams. That is correct. You can take a little bit of that knowledge back to Europe and throw people off. Yeah, my Twitter link is right here about Charles Elroy. You can see my Twitter link, and I'd love to give you a follow there. That'd be kind of nice. That's my water bottle, sorry. I will follow you guys back. I appreciate that. Right back at you. Thank you very much, Nikushimi. Is it private? Yeah, it is. I didn't mean to. It's from when I used to be, when I used to have pictures of my family and stuff, but now that's been converted over, I need to change that. Thank you for the call out. Oh, no. I changed Twitter to public, by the way. Thank you very much for the call out, Nikishimi. Also, is it Kumiho? I want to make sure I'm pronouncing that right and I'm not being rude or anything like that. But that Seraphine alt, I heard it was beautiful. I did miss it, but you just locked it up. All right, Kumiho, that was beautiful. Send that to everybody you know. And we're just waiting on the game to get loaded into for the pro draft. I apologize. Yeah, the Seraphine bot side was really good. We had Emily in here talking about it. She's like, "I love Seraphine. I'd love to see that play." And then you locked it in almost instantly. You're mad cute. Thank you so much. That's I can see you in the chat what you're saying. You're very nice. My dinner is here. I'm gonna eat it a little later since we've only got one game left. Oh no, I hit the wrong button. I left my own Discord. I mean, I left my own thing. I've lost all the chat. No. That's okay. Yeah, Set was really aggressive that game. All right, everybody, and we're going to go ahead and get into the ban phase real fast. Karma is a busted champ. I agree. I would love to see a Karma support. Lulu is also really strong. Set going to get banned out here. The GP will not be anymore. Graves and Ziggs getting taken out as well. Nocturne, say bye-bye. And this ban phase went like that, everybody. Yeah, get your head in the game, Kumiho. We need you to pay attention so that we don't have a one-sided game. I won't lie. I'm not the biggest fan of Yumi. I get she offers a lot. Um, you don't think Lulu is strong right now? Oh man, I think if you pair her with the right ADC, put her on like a Kog'Maw, a Vayne, a Jinx, she can do wonders. Don't get me wrong. I do agree that the side of Karma can do a little bit more. Oh, my wife was sweet enough to bring me some Sprite, everybody. Say thank you. She's kind of one-dimensional, I'll admit. Yeah, I'm not going to argue against that. But sometimes one-dimensional is all you need. We are going to see the Riven Band finally, and that's going to be a Diana pick. I love Diana. We're going to get to see a great game with her. Lycoris over on the side of blue, and we're going to get to see Limitless Bad Bunnies over on the side of red. I hear what you're saying. If you're able to play around having the Karma in your team and have that kind of communication, you can pull it off better. But if you're in the solo queue, Lulu's just going to run through people. I hear that. I hear that. Exactly. You can ping, but that doesn't always get the right message across. We are going to see a Zen Zhao locked in and a Jinx. Lucian coming out. Expect to see him mid. Yep. There's the Karma we were just talking about. It's almost as if they can hear what we're saying. Are we going to see the Karma get locked in here, though? That's going to come through. And it's going to be over to the Rise instead of Malzahar. They're going to lock in the Rise. There we go. Let's see what they decide to ban in these last two picks here. The Wukong will get taken out from the game. They did not want to go into that again. Nikashimi over here rooting for Lycoris with that Karma pick. You made a fan out of him. Or her. I don't know what your gender is, and it does not matter. Ornn getting hovered for the ban. Them. We'll say them. You're mad cute popping off in the game chat. Ornn will get selected. Gwen is going to get taken out here as well. The final ban going to come through for the side of Lycoris. And it looks like it's going to be taken down to the wire. Interesting. Okay. Are they not going to lock in anything? It is going to be the Viego. Let go of my Viego. Let go of my Viego. Like, remember Let Go of My Ego? Question, the Gwen ban. Lycoris picked AP top twice, and I highly doubt they would pick AP top as well. Well, there's a Zillion hovered. I haven't seen Zillion played in a minute, and last time I did it was on Bjergensen mid. So we're talking last season in A. Seraphine, if you know what I mean. Let's see what they opt to go here and pair with the Karma and what they're going to be putting in the top lane. Ow. Could we get to see a Yasuo? We are going to get to see a Yasuo. Once he hits his 10 death spike, he will become incredible. Yo. Gragas getting hovered right now. Are we going to see a Yasuo bot lane? I know they are. That knockup comes through, and you've got a lot of synergy going on. Just such spicy picks coming out of the Lycoris team. Lycoris. I don't know how to say it. It's a flower, and I'm terrible at it. And then we're going to get to see the Jace locked in on the side of Limitless Bad Bunnies. So we are all locked in. We're going to get this game going here in just a moment. Please bear with me. I'm going to go use the restroom real quickly, and I will be right back. Please don't go anywhere as we get this game loaded into and get it started here in just a moment. I'm eating dinner real quickly before the game begins, so yes. Damn it, I did it again. Yeah, I had McDonald's. It was delicious. It was a quick little eat real fast so I could have a little energy for this last game. It does look like we're going to see Ignite coming through on Yasuo, and he's going into the mid lane. Lucian will be in the bot lane with Cleanse. And we'll have Exhaust on Seraphine and Ignite on Gragas. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be back. I missed you guys. My wife was out there, and I was like, I got to go back. I missed them too much. All right, and as we get into it, let's get this game going. I was excited to see the Yasuo bot lane, I won't lie. I thought that's what was going to happen. And Lucian just isn't the strongest ADC right now, so I'm a little interested to see what's going on here. Ignite is going to come through on the Jace as well. So we'll see how this game gets underway. We have... I don't know how the mid lane matchup's going to go either. I assume that Ryze... Oh, there comes the empowered stun through. He's able to dash away. A little bit of poke coming on to Kraydog again. This is very true. Ryze is the only one with basically quote-unquote point-and-click CC. The other thing that you got to watch out is he's going to be able to push in those waves pretty quickly, but Yasuo is very mobile. He'll be able to close that distance real quick as well and make things happen. So we'll have to see how it goes. If she can land the trap, yeah. If the chompers hit, she's going to be doing okay. And this is Jace mid, Ryze rotating top. Okay, we've got things going left and right here. So Panzor is wrapped over to the mid lane here into I'm Very Sleepy Jace into Yasuo. And we've got Karma going into Ryze in the top side. And that's a grasp Karma. Normally I see her with Airy or Comet. The stun comes through on Nil. Damage getting poked out. So yeah, I'm interested with what I'm seeing here. Karma going grasp. I'm interested to see what items she decides to build. We've got Jace down here. I'm going to swap those around for everybody so that we can see what's going on. There's that point and click stun you were talking about. But the poke coming out, yeah, it could be possible. It looks like she's doing it. Exhaust comes down. Flash does not land the slow from Jinx as it will get blocked by a minion. So they are going to manage to get out of that fight, but they are pretty low. Here comes Xin Zhao. His W lands, and he might be able to get first blood. He is going to get first blood there. And there was a flash out of Lucian. He was not able to get away. That's going to be 2 kills going over the side of Bad Bunnies. Shirelli is what you normally see built on Karma, regardless of whether she's up in the top or in the bot side. I imagine that would be the build. But now we've got Xin Zhao coming mid. Flash out of I'm Very Sleepy. Some follow-up damage still coming through. Myth Jones trying to make sure that they get some extra damage on and try and relieve some of that pressure. He's up a couple CS. He's up a level at least right now. I'm interested to see how the Lucian does bot lane. He's been played a lot more in the mid lane. His limited range in the bot hasn't been very effective, but he's nice and mobile and he can lay out some poke, especially in the melee champions like Yasuo. So I'm interested to see that we're not going to have him in the mid lane. I want to see how that works. I'm sorry, especially into Yasuo's on his team, but you know what I mean. I do want to see how this goes and how it plays out, though. Again, I have to give some obligatory thanks. Thank you very much to Limitless Bad Bunnies. Yeah, she'll be able to free poke him for sure. She has a distance. She has distance and she has abilities on him. And look, it barely even touched her. Either way, though, I do want to say thank you to Bad Bunnies and Lycoris for allowing me to go ahead and broadcast the game and shoutcast the game. It's very polite of them and very kind. Two great organizations. Say thank you to them if you see them in the chat or any other time. Nil taking some extra damage, has to get out of there very quickly. Cray Dog taking a little bit of the front line there. He could find himself on the back foot. He's still in vision. They're going to have to try and get away here. There's a control ward. They are able to try and go in, and that is going to be one kill going over to Lucian. He manages to run away. Meanwhile, Panzora trades a kill over on Yasuo, and that is going to be 2 more kills going over to the side of Bad Bunnies. So I do want to point this out real quickly. Lucian just got tore up there. They were able to get the kill onto the Jinx. Meanwhile, Yasuo falls over to the Jace. And, yeah, 1.5 gold at 5 minutes does not feel good. But, again, a couple kills that get swapped over, depending on who it's on right now. So there's some potential for this to still go. Look at that Karma. That Karma's tank Karma. She's taking all that damage. She ain't scared of nothing. But again, my thanks to both the organizations for letting me shoutcast this. It is much appreciated. As well, if you haven't done it yet, hit the follow button for me. I'd appreciate you coming back here and hanging out with us. I'd like to think that we have a pretty good time. But I'm probably a little biased, so take that for what it's worth. Either way, quick state of the map check-in real quickly. Let's see where that 1.5 gold is. Rise is up about 300. Zen Zhao's up about 300. Jace is up about 2. And Seraphine's up about 4. Uh-oh, I'm very sleepy. Getting ganked here in the mid lane. He's going to try and trade over. He's not able to do it, and he's going to fall to Myth Jones. Zen Zhao locking up the Yasuo there. And that stun keeps locking up Karma every time. Thankfully, she is just so tanky, it doesn't matter too much. Look at the CS difference now, though, in the bot lane. In case anybody's wondering, that Lucian has 43 CS. Jinx at just under 20. She is far behind right now. So very interesting. She's got to do a little catch-up because, yeah, that's gonna start to show here in a little bit. Those kills and those assists are only going to take her so far. Excuse me. It's late where I'm at. Bear with me. Ping's coming out. They want to try and collapse on Cray Dog. I'm very sleepy. Going to go ahead and block the Jace out. The stun comes through. It does look like it managed to land the root, but nothing's going to come from it. No, they're going to keep chasing after it, but now I'm very sleepy. Maybe caught out of position here as both decide to walk in. And 7.5 minutes is an early support item completion on Seraphine. There goes Cray Dog. The ult comes through. Panzora going to fall over to the Gragas. Cray Dog able to lock up that kill. Very good combo. The Gragas Yasuo going to start to do things in the mid to late game. Good roam from Cray Dog there as well. It's early in other places. Have you not gone to bed at all tonight, Nikashimi? Hold on, let me call this out. This is going to be the ult coming through. He follows up a flash. Diana tries to get in there. She's ulting, and this could be Myth Jones able to turn it around. Myth Jones might lock up the kill here. No, he's going to fall to Diana, and she's able to lock up the kill. You're mad cute. Got mad skills as he takes down Myth Jones there in the fight. No, I'm going to get to the Ignite question. I haven't forgot. So he doesn't seem to have the most kill pressure. I don't know if it was the right decision. Pre-game, I can see thinking like, okay, we've got a lot of kill pressure with the Gragas, with the knockup coming out of Diana. So if there's some good roams early, it makes sense. But I think they're going to give up a lot in turret pressure. The ult comes through. The charm lands. That's going to be Jinx locking up the kill there on Nil. Now Kraydog and You're Mad Cute trying to come in for the repeat. The Moonstone does last. She's able to get the double dash, but nothing more is going to come of it. Snowlife trying to flash up here. Snowlife taking a little bit more damage. The ult comes through, but it will not lock up the kill. Zenzel trying to hit his W. You're Mad Cute sidestepping like it's his job. And we're going to see a fight break out here under turret as Jace now roaming down. Kraydog just going to sacrifice himself. That's not going to be what happens, though. He is going to get out of there, but now you've got Yasuo and Lucian in the fight. Myth Jones taking some damage. It is a 1-for-1 trade. Yeah, really good fighting we've got going on this map. I like to see that it's still only 1.5 at 10 minutes. Great job coming out of the side of Lycoris to not give up the gold lead any further. You're Mad Cute tries to get the ult proc, but will fall. Teleport coming in from Rise. And that's going to be Panzora that falls. It's a 1-for-1 in this continued fight in the bot lane. I'm Very Sleepy going to fall. Omnifica still alive. Let's take a look here. It is going to be the Emax. You are absolutely correct. And I don't know if that's the normal build for him or not. Aftershock would make sense, but I think you normally see him run Electrocute and Lane. So I don't know exactly what we're seeing here. It's certainly going to be a spicy one. But yes, he is Emaxing there. And again, I think the Ignite makes sense for the pregame decision, seeing how well this Zenzel has played around. Has done really good at trying to play around that mid lane and set that Yasuo back. And Kraydog stepping up a little forward here, while there's still lots of members in the area. We've got Jace back in the top lane. I'm going to go ahead and swap these around for everybody here now. Nice little sidestep out of Admi Goth Girls. Trying to follow up with a little bit of poke there. Good job. There comes the stun. It's going to land. He manages to hammer in. Nothing comes from it. And so he's taking quite a bit of poke there. We've got another fight coming out mid. It's going to be the knock-up combo. Wombo coming out of Diane and Yas. And Yas locks up the kill on Rise. This poor Rise can't find a good home anywhere. Calling comes out. Lands a couple on Omnific. Not able to do anything with it, though. Kraydog very low. Going to have to try and stay alive here in lane. Let's take a look. Reduce 3 seconds if Gragas collides with an enemy. Yeah, I think once we get into the mid and late game and we start to see how he's pairing his ults with Gragas and Diana, I think there's going to be a lot more opportunity for him to get big. He's already 3-4-2. He's working on his Immortal Shield build right now. He's in a good position, but I definitely think that as the mid and late game happen and we see more roams and team fights occur, that it's going to get weirder and weirder with the Yaz. I do want to point out he is about halfway to his 10 death game spike, though. Gonna miss with the traps. Rook doesn't come out either. Snowlife trying to poke out with the Q. Doesn't seem to be the best situation for the side of Bad Bunnies, as a lot of that is gonna miss. Some damage coming down. They got a little fight going on. This could be a good setup to try and get the side of Lycoris down. Meanwhile, Rise going back up into the top lane. We're going to see Rift Herald dropped mid here. Panzora and Mythic Jones both trying to poke out. That's going to be the first turret going down. I did not think they had it, but I was wrong. It's going to fall. Yes, that is correct. Your math makes sense. That's 2 turrets going down for the side of Bad Bunnies. They now find themselves with about a 4,000 gold lead at around 15 minutes into the game here. They're up 4 kills. They're up a Drake. They're up in turrets. The flash comes through to make sure the stun lands. The ignite comes through. The Yasuo trying to lock it up, and that's going to be the kill going over to Karma with a good roam coming out of Yas and Diana there. You've got Jace hovering in the Rift Herald pit trying to catch somebody down on rotation. He might be able to blow up Diana here. She's not able to do it. The flash comes through. Damage coming out. The knockup going down. That's going to be a lot of damage, but she's still alive. Now you've got Yasuo saying, hey, don't pick on my friend. Panzora in a bit of a pickle, and he's going to fall. Very good plays out of Diana to stay alive there. The ult coming through, and it does not connect with Diana. She will still live. Nice try, Jinx. Whew. We're 14 minutes in. These teams killing people left and right, and they are going to crash that big old wave into the mid lane and go ahead and take a reset here. Let's do a quick state of the map check-in because I'm interested to see where that gold is. Top lane, everything's relatively equal. Xin Zhao up about 300. Everything's relatively equal in the middle lane. It's not until we see Jinx that we see that gold is all sitting on her. 1,600 of it. And she's about to get more. Gragas caught out of position here. You're mad cute in the area. She gets spotted out on vision. The charm comes through. Kraydog's still alive. They might proc the ult here. This could be a good setup, but it's going to be Gragas that falls. Omnific going to go down as well. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Rise coming up. He does use his ult to get into the area. And he's going to try and lock somebody down. Sidesteps coming out left and right of Add Me Goth Girls. That's the route. And this could be the kill. She's trying to get down the stun. Manages to get out of it. Does not land the Q with enough damage. There comes the poke, and it's going to be Seraphine that falls. Now you have Fonzo in a bit of a trouble. He's going to fall too. Very well played. That is a 3-for-1 trade in favor of the side of Lycoris as they manage to tie up the kills and put the gold lead at only around 2,000 gold. Karma diff for days. And she's gone, you're absolutely correct. Let's see, she's ended up going the Frostfire Gauntlet. She's going to get a lot of tankiness out of that along with some AP. She is going tank Karma. And we've got this second Drake getting started up. It is a Cloud Drake, but we've got a couple people joining the fight. Myth Jones going to try and catch out Kraydog. The calling comes down. It is going to be Lucian that's able to lock up the Drake. It's 1-for-1. Panzora, PTA procced. It's a 1-for-2 in favor of Bad Bunnies, but Panzora is a little bit out of position here. The stun comes through. It's now a 2-for-3. All right, Add Me Goth Girls has to make a play here. Otherwise, it's going to end up being a 4-team member loss. Still alive. Look at the amount of sustain. Guys, let's just talk about, I know Karma died there. Nobody wants to see that happen. Unless you're on the side of Bad Bunnies, admittedly. But let's talk about how long she lived there. Did anybody else count that she was there for like 5 to 10 seconds in that fight, 2v1? Is this what Karma's going to be like the rest of the game? Because if so, it's going to get weird. Gragas waiting to make a play. He is going to land a little bit of poke, but he does nothing more with it. That's okay. It is now 3 turrets to 0 in favor of Bad Bunnies. 13 to 15 in favor of Bad Bunnies. They've got about 4K, maybe a little bit under. However, it's 1-to-1 with the Drakes as Lucian was able to lock up that Clouds Drake. And we're going to get an Infernal Soul map. Good fights this game. I love what we're seeing here. 28 kills, 17 minutes. These two teams have it all on the line for this last game. Remember, it's 1-to-1 in the series. So whoever wins this takes home the whole kit and caboodle. I don't cast other EU leagues. I'm open to it. If you know any other EU leagues, they normally cast earlier in the day for me. Uh-oh, Myth Jones going to get caught out and blown up. The ult is going to trade back over, though. That'll be Diana falling at 1-for-1. Both junglers taken out. No, I don't cast for any other EU leagues currently. There is a TFT EU league that I'm looking at working with this Friday, but I don't know if it's going to work out because I'm also doing a Hextech game. That being said, if you know anybody in the EU that's looking for a caster, I'll work anywhere that speaks English or will have me. Uh-oh, Snow Life a little out of position. Karma roaming down. There's the ult coming out of Gragas, keeping her in the area. The slow's coming down. This could be a good fight. Calling gonna land. Snow Life getting blown up. And we've got ourselves a match here, guys. Lycoris doing a great job of staying in this fight. I'll keep an eye out. There is a group called Rift Q, RIFTQ. I'll put it in the chat for you real quickly. I am going to be casting some games for them. They are based out of Europe. Now that I'm thinking about it, you got me on a little think here. They also have games in Europe. They're going to be starting here soon. I can invite you to it. Are you Nikoshimi in Hextech? Like if I look for Nikoshimi, will I find you? Yeah, I'll invite you to the league then for sure. But yes, to answer your other thing, this match is looking very close. 1-to-1 Drake, one difference in the kill. Yeah, there's a gold difference. It's the equivalent of about one item, and it's spread throughout a couple people. Most of it, let's not lie, it's on Jinx. If we're doing the math there, she's up a almost complete item and working on her third item. Meanwhile, the Lucian's just trying to get his second item going. So, we are going to see a catch out here. Kraydog taking a little bit of damage, but he did go lock it. Good call out, Nikushimi. Yeah, we've got a great game going here. And Nikushimi saying the good thing about the blue team is they are a late scaling team, so even though they're down a little bit right now, they still have a way into the game, and you're not wrong. Jinx can definitely still hyper carry. That being said, though, I do think the Wombo combo of the side of blue is going to get a little weird here, as we've seen a couple turrets fall now. So we definitely have the Jinx roaming around, and you've got Gragas and Ana both in his area. So yeah, yeah, she doesn't have the front line to pull it off. She has no front, like her front line is Jace, maybe the Zenzao. Not the best. Meanwhile, you got a Gragas with Locket up there and a tank Karma, which, let's not lie, the OPest thing we've ever seen. Uh-oh. Kraydog getting caught out here. The charm lands. It is going to pull him back in. Some damage coming through. That's going to be Diana. The Wombo combo comes through, and they're able to lock up the kill on Gragas nonetheless. And that is going to be I'm Very Sleepy falling. That's going to be You're Mad Cute, and it's a 3-for-0 trade. They're going to try and follow up here. It looks like they're going to ult in from the Rise. Not get the kill, but that's okay. They are going to lock themselves up their second Drake, the third of the game, and the first towards the Infernal Soul. He'll get there, though. He's completed his IE now. So he is going to be a threat. He should be sitting at about 100% crit. He's got his Berserker Greaves. He could be pretty darn effective now. We'll have to see how it goes. Jinx is a lot stronger. 10, 2, and 6 working into her IE as we speak. And could be completing it here shortly. I don't know if she just backed or if she has yet to back. Let's see how much gold she's sitting on. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Yeah, she's probably sitting on enough to complete her IE relatively soon here, so. There it is. So we got a fight. We got a good fight between these two teams. Still, only about a 3,000 gold difference. Blue side doing a great job of not letting that go too far ahead. GA into some full tank would be really good for him. There goes the ult coming through on Rise. It took us down here to K-Dog. Kraydog going to get locked up. Fonzo able to survive for right now. It's a 1-for-0 trade across the map in favor of Bad Bunnies. But we could see a little bit of a skirmish going down here as it looks like they're trying to collapse on this Diana, and I'm Very Sleepy. The side of Lycoris a little bit split up here. He's only at one item. And Gale Force, I mean, it's great for the mobility. It does some stuff, but it's not going to be a whole hell of a lot that comes out there. There's the root. It does seem to land, but it does not connect with enough to have any follow-up, and Snow Life and Myth Jones are going to continue to roam around. Meanwhile, Karma playing up forward a little bit. Might get slowed down here. Has to sidestep. She's going to try and slow them down, but she could be in a bit of a pickle. Nope, she's going to get out alive. Rise does come through with the Frozen Heart there. And he went Riftmaker first item. I won't lie, Rise hasn't played a whole lot in the games that I cast. I would assume that he would have gone something more like an Everfrost or a Leandry, something to get some of the mana stacking up, especially since he's going tier in the Frozen Heart. But I'm interested to see how it plays out. We've got some damage coming through. It's going to be Omnific that gets locked up. The stun doesn't connect out of Snow Life. They're trying to follow up here. They've got a man advantage across the map. Lucian not here in the fight yet, though, so it's still a 4-for-4. Baron is up. They might want to make a play on it. They might not. We'll see what they're going to do. They're going to dance around. Yasuo's going to start it up. They're fishing. They've got vision on it. Bad Bunnies could make a move here. They're up 4,000 now. And it looks like they're trying to go on Panzora. Now the calling comes down. Fonzo going to get locked up here, and he's taking some damage. That's going to be another kill going over to the side of Lycoris. Jace trying to poke out. That lethality build starting to do some damage. And here goes Snow Life out of position. The Hextech, the dash, isn't able to lock it up yet. Trying to finish it up. There comes the smite just for good measure, and the Q will follow up. That's a 3-for-0 trade in favor of the side of Lycoris, and they're able to get mid-turret. Here comes the ult, though, from Jinx. Will it connect? It does not hurt anybody, and it's going to be fine. Now we've got another fight outnumbered. That's going to be Yaz falling through. Jinx in the area now. Xin Zhao trying to follow up. Admi Goth Girls isn't going to be able to stay alive, but she is tanky. Look at how much time she is able to buy. Look at how much time she's able to buy. Listen, guys. The karma is getting weird. She is able to just sustain through these fights so well. She was able to buy enough time that the entire rest of her team was able to get a back off, and they're going to be able to rush over to Baron before it gets started too much. Meanwhile, Rise over here soloing the Baron. Yeah, it looks like she went for Athemas, and now she's going to go for Abyssal very likely here. That is going to be Baron falling over the side of Bad Bunnies. They are up now about 4.5, possibly 5,000 gold if my math is off. This game's getting interesting. We're going to have Drake spawning here in about 40 seconds, too. It's a little unfortunate that they're not going to be able to utilize Baron to its fullest because they'll have to fight over Drake. So I don't imagine them to get too much here in terms of pressure. That is kind of fortunate for the side of Lycoris, as they're going to look to have a Drake go their way and try and steal one more back. The Spirit would make a lot of sense. The shields and heal would be busted. Busted. Having Baron stats for Drake does sound good, but I think they're going to fight over it still, which means they're not going to utilize their Baron in lane. So it's sad that they're not going to be able to get too much objective pressure off of this. And we have a fight breaking out here now. There comes the poke out of the Jace. Dragon's been started up, but nobody's really working on it. Now you've got Jinx starting to lay into it a little bit. Here come the side. All right, we've got a little engage here coming out on Myth Jones. Myth Jones trying to follow up. This is going to be a Drake resetting, but no, it's when we'll back out. This is going to be the Infernal. Who's it going over to? It's Diana. She's able to lock up the kill. She's able to steal it, and that's going to be a 1-for-1. Now we've got a 2-for-2. Both the bot lanes dead. Jace is fallen now. Now it's going to be Fonzo getting chased down. Myth Jones, last one still standing. It's going to be a team ace in favor of Lycoris. And they also got the team ace. They got the Drake, and they are going to go ahead and just put pressure. All the Baron buffs have fallen from the side of Bad Bunnies. That is definitely the press R button combo that they want to have. And look, they have such long death timers. Seraphine's up in 3, nobody else for another 15 after that. They are going to be able to likely get inhib here as they're just putting some pressure down on this. Meanwhile, Karma's a tank. Karma is a freaking tank. She can stand in front of anything at this point. That's going to be Inhib. Very nice job with getting Inhib from the side of the chorus. And they are going to go ahead and get into their backs, reset, and we've got ourselves a game. It's a 2,000 gold game now. This gold keeps going like this, back and forth, back and forth. So far, this is the best best game in the series. I love what we're seeing here. Yeah, blue is online now. I don't know that they're all the way online, but they're definitely getting there. Yaz has his Bloodthirster, so he's going to have a little bit more sustain. I'm interested to see what he's going into with the pickaxe. Let's see. Does it tell me? No. I wish it told me what items the pickaxe goes into. Following that minion. All right. But yeah, we've got a lot of interesting stuff coming out here. It's definitely getting to the point that it's going to get weird. And I love that the Gragas and I love that the Karma are both tank, but she's still got a Dark Seal, and she's got 9 stacks on it. She's really effective. She's going to be putting out damage, and she's going to be able to withstand it. We've got Nikushimi calling out blue for the next team fight. We'll see if they're right. I got to figure out a way to set up channel points as a way to gamble on the games. I don't know if you can do that. Somebody mentioned it to me. Calling comes through. The root doesn't match. The charm doesn't last. And that's going to be 3. Oh, wow. That's a hell of a lot of damage coming out of the Jace there as they poke off the Lucian. He is going to feel that in the morning. Drake up in 2.5 minutes. Baron up in 2 minutes. Teams vying around for position, trying to catch somebody out of position. Ooh, with the Rise backing, this could be a very bad setup for Jace. All right, way to stop the back there. Get that empowered Q off. Panzora going to have to take a little extra time. Yasuo takes a second or two to see the ward, but does clear it out eventually. And we've got ourselves a match. Less than 2,000 gold separating the two teams. Turrets falling down in favor of the blue team as they start to have 5 turrets now, as opposed to the 3 on the side of Bad Bunnies. They've got 23 to 24 kills, still in favor of Bad Bunnies, but not by a lot. And now it's 2 Drakes. This game is taking a sharp turn around. Starting around that 20 to 25 minute mark is where they got into the driver's seat. And it looks like they're not going to continue to do it. Excuse me. Right now, not too much going on. I do want to take a quick check on the map. Oopsie. Yeah, so we've got a couple hundred over to the Karma, about 1,000 over to the Diana, 2,000 over to the Yasuo, and that Lucian is still feeling small in comparison to the Jinx. But if they can shut down the Jinx, there's the charm. Yasuo, I'm very sleepy, taking a lot of damage. He's going to get blown up, and that's going to be a kill going over to the side of Bad Bunnies. And they're going to lose their mid-tier 2 turret here. Meanwhile, Karma with a little bit of a flank, trying to poke him out there. It's at least going to be the no base coming down. But here's what they got to remember. They can go for Baron, but they'll have super minions crashing in. No GA yet. You're absolutely correct. They might be able to get Baron here, but they are going to go ahead and trade over the Drake. Nice try from Jinx to get the steal, but it is going to be Soul Point going over to the side of Lycoris. Meanwhile, we've got Bad Bunnies with the Baron buff running down, being bold. How many B's can I say in that sentence? We could see them take down this turret and get inhib in return. All members are up. It's going to be a fight. Turret's going to fall. There it goes. We might have a Yasuo. There it is, the Wombo combo. And we're going to see Diana and Yasuo get blown up in return, though. This could be the end of the game. Admi Golf Girl getting poked out here, too. The calling comes out of Lucen. It's a 5v3 on the map with a hell of a lot of poke coming down onto the side of Lycoris. They've got the inhib. They've got the Baron buff. They've got the will and desire. They could end it right here. They're going to continue to trade out damage, let this cannon do some stuff, and we could have ourselves a fight. All right, we've got some damage coming down, and it's going to be very likely the end of the game, as it will be Bad Bunnies taking down this team here. They're diving for the kill, too. They want to pad the stats, but it will be the side of Bad Bunnies that lock up the kills, that lock up the game, and they will lock up the series 2-1. Riven loves you. Of course, I'm going to say your name. It's your whole name. The only thing I'm not going to do is do like Nukashimi 5012. That seems like a mouthful. Yeah, should have given the inhib. Let's do a quick post-game stat review and see what we got going on. Again, I want to say thank you to all the members of both Limitless Bad Bunnies and Lycoris for letting me go ahead and cast in the game. It was very nice to be able to cast this game tonight, and I appreciate your support in letting me do that. Let's take a look. Damn, that's a lot of gold on Jinx. 16,000 gold. Do a quick damage check-in. Again, 27,000 over on Omnific. He did an incredible job. I do like to check out the Vision just because I feel like Vision wins games. But hey, who cares? You know what, guys? I do want to say thank you for letting me go ahead and... Let's go to Brazil real quickly and talk it out. I do want to say thank you to Bad Bunnies for allowing me to stream the game. I appreciate your support. Also, I want to say the same thing to Lycoris. Good game, good series. It is going to be Bad Bunnies that win the series 2-1. I'm Charles Elroy. If you haven't done it yet, hit the follow button. I'd love to have you come back every once in a while. I cast games for Hextech Championship over in the EUW, as well as for Mystic League, Team Ambition, Striking Vipers, and I will be casting for other organizations as well as here on the Twitch. So you can find my schedule and see where I'll be at. Otherwise, though, thanks for tuning in, and it was a pleasure having everybody here and chatting with everybody. I'll do the casting. You enjoy the show. I'll say Niku next time. I like Nikushimi, though. It's kind of fun. Hey, thanks for tuning in, Nico. I appreciate it. Niku, my bad.
It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity.